should be on DVD. It says upcoming.
Yeah, just keep refreshing.
Yeah, it's on there. It's buffering. Yeah, it's on there.
It's on now, yeah?
Hold on a second. Yeah, we're on now. Yep.
All right, we're rolling. So, Shalom, man.
Shalom.
Yes, man. Out here on another day, man. You know, linking up with our big brothers. You know, catch up. Abu Ratazar. Yeah. So before we start, we're going to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kadash.
Giving double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutes to all the 144,000 elect out there. Yes, man. We're going to go in on some scriptures, bring out some scriptures, Abu Ratazar, to edify the listeners out there, the newly interested ones, whatever the case may be. Someone can bring out Sirach 39 and read from the top. I'm going to see where the Spirit leads us.
Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof.
Right, man. Yeah, giving our minds, and he's occupied in the meditation thereof, man. Read on.
Will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient.
Right, seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, man. That's our forefathers.
Yep.
Right, our elders, our big brothers, etc., etc. Coming back in the spirit. Yeah, seeking out the wisdom. Yeah, that 100% truth.
And be occupied in prophecy.
Right, we're going to talk about Abu Ratazar. We're going to get into the prophecies, 1 and 2 prophecies, or just see where the Spirit takes us regarding. There's a lot happening, as we know. There's a whole lot happening. But yeah, for the most part, we're very occupied. As a matter of fact, it's like we're coming to that time now, man. Someone could hold Matthew 13. Let's see. Yeah, bring out precepts.
This is Romans 15:4, just backing you with Sirach 39:1, because you know it mentioned how we should be occupied in the old sayings, man. Okay, it says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning,
Right.
that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Yeah. So we get our comfort from the scriptures, man, and our hope from the scriptures, man. And someone could hold Amos chapters 3 and 7 to back that one up, because that's where we get our comfort and our hope from, our decisions, where we make our decisions based on. And while you're getting that, someone could read the Sirach. Did you get Sirach?
I've got a precept to back
Yeah.
Anwar Al up.
Hold on. Sirach. Sirach 39 and 1.
Yeah, this is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 11. It says, wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even also as ye do.
Yeah. So comfort one another, man, and edify, yeah, which means to be built up, to build up one another. And via when we come out here, it's very twofold. We build up the church, hence we build up each other at the same time, man.
Right.
Hence why we keep doing, being diligent to make our calling more sure. It builds us up, as well as those who be listening, the newly interested ones. We get those reminders, right, which come from the Spirit of the Lord. Read that one again, Baba Bashar, that same one again.
Yeah, let me just split up. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 11 again. It says, wherefore comfort yourselves together
Yep.
and edify one another, even as also ye do.
Yeah, and there's so many ways, man. Yeah, the Most High gave us all. As a matter of fact, right now we're getting spoon-fed, man, through the scriptures, via the Urim and the Forum, which is the internet, which this truth is being widely published around the world. So we can't, we can't complain for want of edification, to be built up, right, to be taught, to instruct. Someone can hold that one. To rebuke, reprove,
all long suffering.
Yeah, for all long suffering. You got that one?
I've got Amos 3 and 7 and Ecclesiasticus 7.
Right, bring out your precept and then you
Okay,
after, yeah?
okay. This is the book of Proverbs 4 verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
Yeah, wisdom. Yeah, someone look up that word, principle. Yeah, because we be hearing that word get thrown about. Principle. You know, some of us may have had to sit in front of our principal office when we was, at school. That's a word that comes to me. But I want to see if, from the scriptures, from perspective, what the scriptures say. Get wisdom because it is the principal thing. With all thy getting, get understanding. So
the root word for wisdom?
No, principle. Whoever,
Principle.
anyone could get it.
Alright, come on. I'm still holding
Let me get it for you.
Which word do you want, Aria?
Yeah, into the blue.
Which word do you ask?
He's finding it.
Principle.
And you
The
can
word
get it
principle.
in the Google. You can get it in the Google. He's finding it in the blue letter.
I got it in the blue letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Strong's H 7225. It says Reshith. It says right. It says first, beginning, best, chief.
Ooh, there's another
choice part.
Ooh, right, the choice part. Yeah, you got a lamb in front of you, and everybody wants the choice part. But the choice part is mainly the shoulder, the neck or the shoulder.
There's a bit more.
The fight part.
Further down it says the beginning, the first fruits.
Ooh.
The first, the chief. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. From the same place as Strong's H 7218, the first in place, time, order, or rank. Specifically, a first fruit, beginning, chief or chiefest. First, fruits, part, time, principal thing.
Right, principal thing. Yeah, yeah. So read that one again. What you just read, man. So we got a little bit more insight on it.
I've got it on the Google thing.
All right, read that as well.
In the Google it says, first in order of importance, main, right? Some similar words here. Leading, foremost, first, most important.
Oh, there you have it. Most important.
Most
Carry on.
important. Most
Get all the
important.
meat off that bone.
Right? Most important. Other ones here. Dominant, key, crucial,
Right.
vital, essential,
Yeah.
right? Critical. There's a lot of words
This
here.
truth is very dominant, man. The truth from Yahweh Shai is dominant. As a matter of fact, the scripture says that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, man.
Yeah.
So that's read it. Now go back to the scripture and read it again.
Well, Proverbs 4 and 7.
No, he read the scripture on we get wisdom in all I get, and then after you.
Right, so-
But that scripture that you read,
Yes. I'm good to-
yeah.
Right. The book of Proverbs 4 verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing.
Right.
Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
Yeah, because that's what wisdom is. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. So knowledge, yes, right? Knowledge is beautiful. Having knowledge, book knowledge, right? Knowledge of whatever you want to study, but you want to be able to put it into practice.
Yes.
If it's as far as being a mechanic, right? You can know the bits and pieces that goes with that goes with that goes with that in theory, but being able to put it into practice in the time of when you need it, that's what you call the understanding or the wisdom, the application of the knowledge. So that's what we're other writers are the first fruits, and he mentioned the first fruits as well. We're the first fruits, the choice parts. Yeah, the first fruits, and the first fruits are the Most High's, man, chosen, yeah, because we were back from the time of creation, man, which is of the elect, right? So that's the first fruits. So the first fruits are going to get wisdom, and with all that getting, get understanding. This truth goes back to being dominant as well. It's a dominant because it comes from it's wisdom. Someone can hold that one. Anybody can get it. James chapters 4. No, it might be James chapters 2. Wisdom from above.
Okay. I've got a precept to back up what you just said though, from me.
Yeah.
This is Surah 39 and 24. As his ways are
beautiful.
plain unto the holy,
So are they what?
so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
Yeah. Oh, because now you just had me come to my mind with the so-called drones. right? Because we've had many you know, we're hearing about the drones, the so-called drones that are over there in parts of America at the moment. You know, Babylon the Great, and people are coming up with all kinds of theories. You understand? Which we know what they are. You know, which there's different kind of what you might call theories or suspicious theories. What do you call those things? Conspiracy theories. People coming up with a conclusion, but drones have been seen, right? As well as chariots have been seen. So there's a mixture going on. But what people have been saying is that you know, whistleblowers have been coming out and saying they've seen the drones go up to the actual orbs, because you've got drones, you've got orbs, you've got planes, and they've tried to approach, the drones have tried to approach the orbs, and they just see them getting dropping out of the sky. So the Spirit of the Lord, man. So when we see these drones or chariots, whatever they are, we're not dismayed. Scriptures say, don't be dismayed. Yeah. Get that picture. You got that one, James?
I've got it for you. I've got the James for you.
We've got 1 Thessalonians and the chariots.
Alright. Yeah, you've been waiting for a little while. Bring out your piece.
It's Jeremiah 10:2, based on the same point you just made. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yeah, it goes back to that what you read as well, the stumbling blocks. This weighs up plain to the elect. The first fruits coming back, the hopeful elect. The word of the Most High is plain to us, which means things that when we start to see things breaking out, right? This is at the end of 2024, right? There's a whole heap of things happening, man. Someone could hold that one, Ephesians, no, is it Zephaniah chapters 3 and 5. Yeah, you hold that one.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can I just say something as well?
Yeah, go on.
Because you see, you just said what? To be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. But the heathens are dismayed at them, as you can see. You know, these other nations are bugging out. But Jake inherently knows that those, you know, those ships up there, you know, they're okay, man. How do you know that? Because even back then on the plantation field, man, you know, you had the song, what, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming forth to carry me home. That was all the way back then. And Jake weren't bugging out when they were seeing those chariots, man. You know?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they was falling upon them when they see them going over the head.
Coming forth to carry me home.
There was yearning for them, man. You know, that's your transport or your ticket out of here. It's the same way when you know, when you want to go to a place, train station, bus station. You're looking for a ticket. You know, your ticket out of that place. And you want yours to come as quick as possible. So back to the plantation, the illustration, the example. That's how we feel now when we see the chariots now. You know, we've got that same spirit. Yeah, I got you. It's like we've got that same spirit where we're yearning to be delivered out of this place, man. Brothers got their things, their issues. We all got our issues. You know, the scriptures say that wouldn't the Most High have mercy upon them that cry to Him day and night? So, you know, we're not dismayed. We're actually looking forward to it. It's a good sign for us. Oh yeah, Elder Laban done that video. When we see these things taking place, it's a sign. Bring out your picture.
This is Zechariah 5 and 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes, and behold, and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Yeah, man. When you look at that word curse, as a matter of fact, let's look at it now. Just so I can get time to go into the word now, Baba Kushar, the word curse. Because as we know, this is our hopeful ticket out of here, the hopeful elect. You understand? We yearn for that, man. When we see sign, and it's not just the chariots anyway. You know, as Abu Razak, we get into the prophecies, right? What's coming down the pipe, the digital currency, right? That's going to be made mandatory. The MOTB is going to be made mandatory. Digital currency, which is the introduction to the MOTB, the Karagma, right? So we've seen examples as well. You know, when we look into on social media, people, you got it?
I don't have internet. I can't get into the.
What's the precept?
Zechariah 5 and verse 3. The word curse.
Yeah, it's a curse, man. Because even on Fox News, there they've been talking about the drones. Some, you know, you got these Edomites, trigger happy people want to come out and say, when we see these drones, we should shoot them on sight. Because one of the women was saying that when she saw the drones, right? She said, "What are we gonna do about them? We can't just allow them to be up there in our airspace, you know." Yeah. And she said, "It's not just over in the airspace, up in the sky. It's actually at my window."
Yeah.
So that precept is actually it's coming into pass, man. It's coming to pass, man. Yeah. When we hear the heathens being dismayed right before our very eyes, man. You know.
Let me add to what you just said. You said they wanted to get trigger happy. That's Esau's nature, though. Yeah. His nature is to kill it. You know, like you know, his nature is to kill it, then study it. You know, like when they do the animals. Yeah. You know, they'll kill it, and oftentimes they don't even need, you know, to kill the animal, but they just do it because Esau's a bloodthirsty individual who loves his weapons. So that's his natural response.
Yeah. That's right. The harbinger of death, man. Yeah. Beware of the harbinger of death, man.
Sword in vain.
And that's how, and that's what they do when they catch anything that if they can't understand it, they have to open it up, you know, dissect it in their laboratories, experiment on it. What they call them guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Right. Which goes deep with them, because they even did that with us. I think it's Amos. What they done with us.
I've got all kinds of experiments.
All kinds of experiments, man. Yeah.
This is Psalm 64 and verse 6. It says, "They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep."
Yep. Yeah, they are wiser than Daniel, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Someone could hold that too. That one too. I think it's a good. Yeah.
Esau really gets into it.
Because I was thinking of what just come to me. There's a woman. This goes back into the 18th century, Madame Delphine de Loris, and she had she's around that time of was it Georgia? You know them old places, them old like Texas places. You know where the hurricane that main hurricane place.
North Carolina.
Yeah, all them Carolina. She had a pub in North Carolina around the 18th century, early 18th century, around the 30s, 18th century, 30 something. She had a pub, and she would get her slaves, because she had slaves, and she would get them on top of her pub. She would dissect them, take them apart, put their legs together to make a form of a crab, open up their brains to see what's in their brains. Add something on top of the So that goes back to he explores, he experiments everything, man.
Accomplish a diligent search.
Accomplish a diligent search. Read that scripture again so I can get my
Psalm 64 and verse 6.
Yep.
They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Yeah. And that goes back to Frankenstein too. Some of us may have been aware of Frankenstein, the horror movie that we met.
Esau.
Right, that goes back to Esau, what he used to do with Jake. Right? And still do. And still be doing that too. Experimenting in the
lab.
What they call these places today.
Yeah.
I'll just call it as is. Hospitals.
Where they getting all them organs from, man?
Right. Organ trafficking.
Right.
Okay. Right, so when you hear someone, he went into hospital, he had a twist ankle, and then next thing you know, he's kaput, he's gone. Right, he's been tagged and bagged. There's a lot of stories. Anyway, the rabbit hole goes too deep, but when you go in hospital, all you are is a number. Right?
NHS number.
An NHS number. And really their goal is to get you tagged and bagged. Right, because they've got their morgues. Right, and there's probably what is it, standard they have to reach weekly. I remember that every time I used to. Let me say this story, this little testimony. I went and visited someone I used to know for a long time. I ain't seen for a long time, and his mum said she's got problems with her eyes, and every time she goes, she said every time I go to the hospital, they always keep on taking blood. I wonder why they keep on taking blood. But she knows, she got the answer because she told me the answer, and her son told me the answer too. You understand? Right? You're on the list, man. You're on the list for the blood, what type of blood you got. Right? They want that, and we know it goes even the rabbit hole goes deep. because you've got people behind the scenes. What is it? What they call that thing when they drink blood? That thing?
Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome.
You don't be saying that.
Oh, okay.
Put it in
AC or
achrome,
something.
man.
Achrome,
Yeah.
trafficking, right? We'll just keep it simple then. Trafficking. So it goes back to they accomplish a diligent search, man. So keep it together, Abu Razak, and going back to prayer too. You understand? So we could stay out of those places. Are you holding something?
Yeah, I've still got Thessalonians about the chariots, but I've got this one as well.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 28 and verse 3, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, and there is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom. Yeah, they are wiser than Daniel. That goes back to them accomplishing a diligent search, man. They may get a grain of sand, you understand, and they may, I wonder what, and they get it under their microscopes, and they be examining that thing for hours, minutes, days, hours, right? It's the snowflake too, you know, we found out about the snowflake through E, right? All the different crystals and all the different patterns. But that's because they took time out to accomplish a diligent search, and they could be breaking down all these things, man, because they took the time out to go deep into it. And what is a snowflake is just a snowflake to your whole Bashir Shai at the end of the day. But they want to know what makes it tick. What you know? They want to know the beginning, the start, and the middle, and the end of it. You know, just for the sake of being able to say that they know what it is. So, yeah, someone could read that again.
I'll read it again for you. This is Ezekiel 28 and verse 3 again. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Read one more verse. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures.
Yeah, that's how the. Yeah, that's. Oh,
When you ready?
Yeah, no, well, carry on.
Okay. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
Yeah, and we was the main commodity, how they got rich when you really go into it, right? How they got rich, the selling and the bartering of us. Someone could hold that one.
The first bonds on the stock
The
market.
first bonds on the stock market. I don't want to jump the gun. I did ask for that word curse.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'll go it
Yeah,
right now.
I want to slow it down a little bit. I don't want to jump the gun. I want to get to that word.
So the word here is Allah, Strong's H, 423, and it means oath of covenant, curse from the Most High, from men, or execration.
Yeah, because we was talking about, I know the script's like the wind, and you go to and fro, but I want to touch on this one subject at a time. we were talking about the chariots, right? And this is a curve that goes through the whole earth. And why they get so dismayed, and we're not dismayed, right? But they're dismayed, right? When they start to see things, when they start to hear about judgments taking place, their plane crashes, right? That's another thing too. There's a plane crash that recently took place. Some people are saying it was birds that flew, the one that was going to Russia from a particular place.
That's the latest one, right?
That's the latest one. There's another one.
Not the doctor's one earlier on this year.
Oh, there's another one. But the latest one I know is one who was traveling to Russia. People are saying, which is going to WW3 is on the horizon.
Yes.
Right, which I got my own conclusion, but you decide.
Yeah.
Some say there was shrapnel that they saw on the side of the plane, which means that it could have been an attempt, or not even an attempt. It was shot down by the Russians, right? Because they were flying from Ukraine, and maybe there was some, we're gonna wait and see what plays out. Some say birds flew into it, but ultimately, man's going is of the Lord, right? So this is the curse. This is the prophecy is coming to pass. Is a curse today. Yeah. Is there more on that word curse? Is there more?
For the Strong's definition, it says curse, cursing, execration, oath. It says swearing.
Yeah, because Elder Apostle. Yeah, all right, that's enough. Because Elder Apostle Kabar was saying that in Japan, but there was a well-known crash in the 1985. That the plane was going down, and there was about 4 survivors. Yeah. Just 4 survivors, and everybody else died. Around 124 people deleted. It might have been 24 people. Yeah. but 4 survived. But with the same case with this, about 32 died. It's very similar. 32 was deleted from a plane crash that came out of the sky, crashed down to the ground, and you had about 29 survivors.
Yeah.
So this is all of the. You have to know that this is of the Most High, man, because everybody could have just got wiped out. But this is fearful, really. At the end of the day, it's fearful to those who it's fearful to them. That's why they're dismayed. Now, could it be the chariots? Another thing too. Could it have been the chariots? The orcs, so-called orcs. Some saying it was the drones that they thought. The Russians saying that it was shot down because they thought it was a drone. This is what's coming out at the moment. More will come out, but they thought it was a drone. So this drone thing, as small as we may say it is, as it is to us, this is causing a lot of, back and forth with nations to make it more, more to put on the line, on the front line, WW3. Is it the Chinese? Are they over there listening to the conversations? What do they call it when someone's interfering with your intelligence? There's a word that they use.
Espionage.
Espionage. All these kind of things are coming forward, which is putting the prophecies more into the front line.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's setting the stage for 2025. Lord willing, should be a very exciting year.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. About Thessalonians. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Thessalonians. I keep saying that. Zechariah. Zechariah 5 and verse 3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it.
And who's the ones that stealeth? Right.
see so.
There you have it, man. Up to this very moment, they've got the main main commodities, which are us, the so-called black people, which we say slaves. We were slaves, but we're still slaves. How can we say we're still slaves? We still got national insurance number. We're still just a number to them. You understand? When we, it goes into the birth certificate when we came out, that your mother had to sign, right? When she was under the, the drool, that painkiller thing, right? So we're ultimately being born back into slavery.
Yeah.
All these lives we'll be coming back. We're born back into slavery.
So
why wouldn't the thief be afraid? What do they say? We've got a guilty conscience. That's the word. When you've got a guilty conscience, you're worried about any little thing, man. You know what I mean? That's going back to that curse. This is that curse. Why they're paranoid. So someone hold it. All right. Yeah.
Finish this verse if I may.
Yeah.
And everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it.
Yeah, that's going back to someone could hold that one too. Hold it. Psalms 53, Psalm 55 and 20, something like that. The war was in his heart. It goes back to the treaties. It's coming to my mind. So read that same verse again, what you just read.
Khan. Zechariah 5 and
everybody sweareth falsely. Yeah.
Verse 4, you're on verse 4.
Yeah.
I will bring it forth, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts,
Yep.
and it shall enter into the house of the thief,
Yep.
and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name,
Yep.
and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
Right. That's the ultimate destruction. When we see in the chariots they're remaining right now, it's not like one of them things where it's just a little passing phase at the moment. This thing they're remaining over the house of the feast. Because a lot of the time they've been aware of them. They've come over the White House around the 50s, around 1951. They went over the White House and they kept appearing. And any time they would send their planes out to spot them and subdue them, they would just disappear off the radar. So that was a passing phase, and they had their president at the time. They was like bewildered about it. So what's going on here? But this time they're over the house of the thief, and they're remaining there, literally in the window. In a lot of cases, and a lot of these FBI agents as well. They were doing looking into the case. They said the chariots or the so-called drones were over there. It's like they knew where they lived. They went over to they went specifically over the FBI agents' houses, and they was just there, standing there. Every one of them was on the texting one another, what is going on? And don't be surprised, there's much more than what we've been revealed to. Holy, much more. Someone holding something? Yeah, bring out your one.
Amos 9 verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord, our power, are upon the sinful kingdom.
Yeah. And what are the chariots known as? No, the eyes of the Lord, man. Right? Be watching the thief, man. It's like, what they call it when they're doing something, when someone's being surveillance. When a criminal is being surveilled, it could be a drug dealer or a pedo. Before they grab them up and arrest them, they have to watch them, get as much information on them as possible. Oh, we can even use the example of the diddler. They've been watching that guy, the diddler, and the other one there, Jay-Z, all of them. They've been watching them, they sign their contract and say, all right, then this is what you've got to do this, and if they start to fall out of line, they're going to grab them up. So this is the same with ease right now. They're being surveilled, they've been surveilled by the chariots. And the information and the intel have been got on them. Right, all the criminals over there, all around the world, they've been getting intel on the criminals. Over the FBI houses, over the White House too, over Trump's house, where is it, New Jersey, where he lives. They're saying that they keep on appearing over Trump, his golf club, where he likes to play his golf. They've been watching them, it's surveillance, man. It's constantly over them, watching them, because it says, the scripture says, watching the house of the thief, and those that swear falsely. Did you finish that precept?
Esau's on trial.
I've got a new one.
All right, then.
I've got a precept.
Yeah, you did find that one out? You need to get Psalm 50.
I got it here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
I had
get it.
Yeah, I had it.
Yeah, we can still bring that one there.
Yeah, one sec. This is Psalm 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, that's the point. Because he made those treaties with the native, so-called Native American Indians, the Gadites and the Reubenites. Over 500 treaties, and they broke every single one of them. So that goes back to those that swear falsely. Sirach chapter 5. They swear falsely, right? So why wouldn't they be surveilled? You can't trust them. You understand? If you go for a new job and you've got a good reputation, you've got a reference, right? Because you're going to start a new job and say, all right, you're going to let your old boss know you've got a reference. They're going to give you a good reference. But he ain't got a good reference, man.
Yeah, got a good report.
You've got a bad report. So you have to, everywhere you go, you're going to be surveilled, you're going to be watched, and you're going to get, most are going to, obviously the chariots, that's via the chariots, and you're going to say something, go on.
Yeah, when you're ready.
Before you forget, no, go on, bring it out.
I was going to say, Esau's, he knows he's got a bad report going all the way back to Cain. That's why he likes to be a chameleon and hide from who he is. What do they say? He should be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, because he's tried to change people's perception of him by calling himself so-called white. That term is a pretty new term, but it means to be pure. And a lot of people are deceived into thinking the white man is, pure, noble, upright, but that's all a lie. But the Most High's got his track record. He's got the whole rap sheet, and he can see that Esau's got bad reports. So no matter how much deception Esau tries to do, or how many lies he tries to push out there to confuse the world, which is what he's going to do, because the scripture said he's going to be loosed for a little season to deceive the whole world again. But the Most High is the one who's keeping the score, and he's got Esau's whole report.
That was in around the 16th century. What they call it, the Renaissance, when he was released, and to kill, steal, and destroy, and to what's Renaissance mean? To rebirth, to hide, right? To hide himself, and actually that was blasphemy, right? When they gave us Caesar Borgia, perpetrated that was your whole show, the black Messiah, the whole show. So that goes back to what you just said. I was talking about the surveillance taking place, and also the chariots are here to protect over us too. The scripture said that when you pray, man, which we've been encouraged to pray, the prayer of the humble pierceth the cloud, man.
Yes.
You understand?
Ouch.
And they're like a sweet savor, sweet aroma to the Most High, the prayers of the saints.
So when you see
That's true.
right, so we know that the chariots have more than one job to do: destruction, watch over and protect his elect. The angels send prayers, sweet incense. So you be praying, you might, I'm just saying, in the spirit, you be praying and you think, oh no, I don't know where did that prayer go? You go outside, you look up, the chariot just went, listening, and it just went,
Yeah.
you can take it how you want to take it, but the chariot was there, or an angel was there, whether you saw it or you didn't, it was listening, because that's another assignment that they have, to take up your prayers to the Most High, and you just, who am I? I'm nobody, man. You're nobody, but not to the Most High, you ain't. But someone, as a matter of fact, someone can hold that precept, man. Is it Sirach 35, prayer of the humble pierceth the cloud? Because we're talking about what goes on in the spirit world, the airspace. You understand? You got second heaven, man. You understand? And you got third heaven, the spirit realm. As well.
I've got that precept for you. Sirach 35, and I'll start at 16. He that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor,
Right.
and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds.
So stop there, man, and just let that one settle. Sometimes I used to do this. I used to do this a lot.
I have to read it again.
But I'm gonna start doing it again, because we can get into a habit where we just want to we give out. Take hints, you listen to yourself sometimes. You get the scriptures to get into you, man. Marinate the water.
I need to marinate.
Yeah, anybody who's done any, the chef knows, done any kind of behind the scenes where everybody's like, it's mad behind the scenes, right? In any of these restaurants, it's mad, man. You understand? They've been working like mad, man. It's one of the hardest jobs to do, one of the busiest jobs to do. It's like it's labor, but it's labor in the kitchen. People talk about bricklaying and all of that, but you got to know it's a timing. So, so that's the same with us, man. You understand? We got to know, it's about timing, letting things set, marinate in the scriptures. Read it again, Baba, because
Soak it.
I can get my train of thought again, man.
This is Sirach 35 and 16 again. He that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor.
So all the elect, this applies to you, right? And we're the hopeful elect. So I'm assuming you believe you're of the elect. This is where we're talking to you, making it personal. Yeah, carry on.
And his prayer shall reach unto the clouds.
Yeah, because if you get discouraged and you start to fall back on your prayer because you don't believe you get those demons trying to say, who are you? You ain't no. I know brothers got their testimonies. You're not a man of the Lord. Give up. And it's like, it's a lad. Someone said the word earlier on. It'd be amplifying. The things be turned up now. Lad. Like an echo chamber. Lad. It's like, wait a minute, man. Hold on a minute. It's echoing in your head. You had some good, in Eddie, you watched the edifying video and it touched you and it was beautiful, but then now you got the demons now coming and just turning up now. Just trying to make you forget, to doubting yourself, that you're of the elect. That's a good precept, man. Baba Kushal, from the top, read it again and then finish it out, man.
Sirach, there's 2 verses, by the way.
All right, read both of them, Baba.
Sirach 35 and 16. You know what, you're going to make me get in the GNT as well now.
Please, bro. Please, we want all the meat of this bone, Baba Kushal.
You know what, let me read the 2 verses in the KJV first, then I'll get the GNT, yeah? It says, he that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds.
Right. You know what I mean? It's like, just think about putting it in a perspective. Look at that girl, she looked so nice, man. Should I check her, man? She looked welcoming, but nah, she might turn me down. So you don't do it, man. Nah, the most I'm saying, she gonna, you understand? Open, have confidence, man. She likes you, are you not a man of the Lord?
Hey, well, the scriptures say that the fear of the Lord.
All right, she might not, but you got what it takes. You understand? What was you going to say?
The scriptures say that the fear of the Lord is strong confidence.
Ooh, right.
And he shall have a place of refuge.
Right. See, that's why we're going into this right now. Yeah, carry on.
All right, so I'll read verse 17 in the KJV now. It says, the prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds, until it come nigh, he will not be comforted and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment.
Right, you see that? And I know it may take longer for some of us, but think when you think about it, every one of your prayers have been heard. As far as illnesses, or what they call it, was it stumbling block or was it a stepping stone?
Yeah.
Right? Some people say, oh, too much. But you, without a doubt, you're still here, man. So that stumbling block potentially was a stumbling block. What people turn back and they're no longer in the truth because they, what's the word? Offense, because the scripture says that offenses must come.
Yeah.
So what potentially could have been a stumbling block for his elect. No, what is a stumbling block to the disbelievers is a stepping stone for his elect.
That's right.
That's why it says there. Read that again. You got more there. You got more.
I'm not gonna lie, there's so much meat.
Bring out all the meat on that one, Baba Kushal.
Like literally,
Because we know we've got a holy, the spirit's like the wind, man. But finish on that one, Baba Kushal. Yeah.
Man. Okay. I'm gonna read it in
I
the
got you. Yeah.
Go.
There's about 5 verses. Yeah. This is Sirach chapter 35 and 16 in the GNT. Serve the Lord willingly, and the Lord will accept you. Your prayers will reach the skies. The prayer of a humble person.
Hold on a minute, man. I used to fly kites now. The deja vu just
Go.
Now, when I first started flying kites, right, little testimony, it took a little while for me to get to understand, you know, the wind and all the different places, spots, how you do it. First you start off with might be a little something, and then you think, well, you know, I want my kites to go up quick, man, straight away.
Yeah,
and then you examine, you know, you get the wind gauger. You might look into certain things, you look at size and all of that, and then eventually you just know anytime, whatever kind of weather, when I take my kite, it's gonna go up, boom, when I want it to. Doesn't matter if it's windy or not. You master that. Same thing what the scripture is saying in the spirit of the Lord. It's gonna go up. Now, just because it didn't get answered, doesn't mean the most time it didn't go up. It went up.
Yeah.
Answered in your time.
Yes.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
really the key, man.
There you
Your
go.
prayer will be answered.
So,
but
I've seen people come to, you know, when I used to go where I used to go, I see people come and they try with their one string kite. It's not for me, I can't do it. They gave up. It would have been for you if you just had patience and persevered. And maybe you can get some advice from people too. You know, humility goes a long way too. Ask.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Now, the elect, let me say this too. Anyway, no, the scripture, I'm going to let the scripture carry on. You're going to say something?
Yeah, come on, you ready?
No, you're going to say it now.
Right, well, it's interesting that you used the analogy of flying a kite, and you said that some people, when they went there, because their kite wasn't going up straight away, they gave up and lost hope and packed it in. Well, that's the same way for non-believers and atheists. They'll turn around and say, "Oh yeah, well I prayed to the Lord in, 1992, but my child died, so there must not be a God because my prayer wasn't answered." You know, so they. What was I going to say?
whoever perished being innocent.
Well, there you go. Whoever perished being innocent, or were the righteous cut off. But the point of the matter is that they don't understand the nature of the Most High, that He controls both sides, and maybe it was His will to kill the child. You know, so because they don't understand the nature of God, they just throw they throw the baby out with the bathwater. No, I don't believe there's no God, there's no nothing, and you know, so they give it up. But we've got the faith. So when we do pray, even if our prayers aren't answered in our time, we still believe that there is a Most High and that He hears us.
Yeah, Zechariah was quite, you know, don't forget into it now. When you read the story of Zechariah, because he doubted that he was going to give his wife give birth, yet he doubted, displayed a lack of faith. Most silenced him for about 6 months.
Yeah,
You know,
that was
the
the
story
John
of
Baptist's father.
Zechariah, innit?
Priest,
You can find it if you don't mind, and that can come out. But finish on that point. I got you. Yeah.
Go on.
Finish on that point. Yeah, because that's a good example too.
17.
Mary and Zechariah. I think it was.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Yeah, that was the wife of Zechariah. But just we can get into that. Carry on.
So, verse 17 in the GNT.
Husband of Zechariah.
The prayer of a humble person goes past the clouds and keeps on going until it reaches the Lord Most High, where it stays until He answers by seeing that justice is done and that the guilty are punished. And the Lord will act quickly He will show no patience with wicked people. He will take vengeance by crushing the heathen. He will completely wipe out the merciless and the arrogant, and will destroy the authority of the wicked. He will give each of us what our thoughts and actions deserve.
Put it into modern day, we've got Babylon 2, the giant Babylon the Great, Goliath, yeah? And David, right? Abu Ratazar, that's us coming back. The little sheeple, according to them, nobodies, slaves, right? And they deserve to be there, and they should stay. You should peasants, and that's where you stay. You finish with that one, yeah?
There's just a little bit more.
Yeah, carry on then.
It says, because of the Lord's mercy, his people will be happy when he has judged their case. In times of trouble, his mercy is as welcome as rain after a long drought.
Yes. Oh, there's an example. A video, Dallas Camp. I remember this was someone mentioned this to me, but I went and I checked on it. Brother in Dallas was imprisoned, and I remember he's an elder. In the Dallas camp, and he was locked up. I remember he used to say a lot of times when he first was coming out, he was getting locked up. Yeah, they locked him up. He came back out. They locked him up again for a couple of times. He showed persistence. But once he said in the time when he was actually locked up, he refused to nab the food in there, which was swine. And he said he turned his head. He said he turned his head away and he heard flunk. You know the story, right? He heard flunk. Right, because he didn't want to name the swine, and he said that he looked on the plate. He said there was food on the plate, biscuits or something like that. Yeah. So I know brothers have testimonies, and he said that this is a story that this is something that he doesn't always go and mention because it's actually a miracle. He said he kind of kept it to himself for whatever reason, but he said that the Spirit said to him he wanted it to come out then. Yeah. But obviously the Most High is busy. Right, on his time, but he be doing things that we're not always aware of too. We say on his time, but because we're in the flesh, we may not see. We may not actually see. Yeah, we may not actually be cognitive of some of the things he's delivered us from. Car crashes, right? financial situations. Yeah. You need the money, and you may get a little blessing. Big brother captain was saying that a couple of times he'd be looking for something and he'd be finding money. Oh, when I went to a particular, I'm not going to put anyone's name out there. I was going to a particular funeral and I didn't wear these black trousers for a long time. Put them to the back. Didn't wear them for a long time. But because I was going to this funeral, I had to bring, dress up in, for the most part, wear some black pants. Yeah. And in the back pocket, maybe I shouldn't say how much money was in there, but there's a bundle of money, man. Down the top, But so. Trying to put it in words, we get blessed sometimes we're not even aware of it. But that's the point is continue praying, being persistent in your prayers, and just because it done a miracle don't just happen. In that case, with the brother, that example I gave, he could have been praying for some other times for circumstances for something else, and that happened then. The answer to his prayer happened then when he needed it. Yeah. The blessing of food when he needed it. Anybody holding
I've got a precept. Yeah. God, pertaining to the prayers and the angels hearing them. This is Hebrews 1:14. Are they not all ministering spirits sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation? Yeah. God, so obviously ministering spirits going into the angels of whom are supposed to help us. That's why they're always listening around, even if it's a little prayer, but I'll show you how Azaria, which means to help me, something as little as that, they're always listening. Yep. So they're known as ministering spirits to help us. So obviously, as we're enduring our afflictions and sufferings, as it says, they're sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation. In other words, those heirs of salvation are the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, which we always say, Yaharat that we are those men.
Yeah. And he listens to our elect. You got something? Bring it, please.
Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Yeah. So we may ask for things maybe you've been asking for years, right? For strength, right? Brothers got their thorns in the flesh. Oh, a testimony of a brother. He's this was on the chat. Someone sent it on the chat, but it was good timing because the brother's got his thorn in the flesh, like as we all do. And he says he was out there, he was doing his walk, and once upon a time he couldn't even walk properly. But he said it's amazing that you wouldn't expect me to be walking, doing, you know, just going for your walk when you have it's not a time to walk when you've got problems with your legs or your back.
Yeah.
But he says he's out there walking. So that in itself is like a miracle.
Yeah.
And you look back, you say, and you get back home, and the pain might be there or whatever, and you look back, you say, wait a minute, was that, I was walking, I was able to do that. Because the Most High saw why. We wanted to do a video, or it was timing, the timing was right, the edification was going out for brothers to build up their faith, and faith in prayer. The Most High likes faith in prayer. I think I was right about the Zechariah example.
Yeah, you was.
Yeah. So he blessed Zechariah. At the end of it, yeah, he took away a little bit of the I got it. We can go into that. Make the example.
Alright, so this is Luke 1 verse 5. There was in the days of Herod, king of Judea, a certain priest named Zacharias of the course of Abia, and his wife was the daughter of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before the Most High, walking in all the ordinances, in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord blameless. And they had no child because Elizabeth was barren, and they were both now well stricken in years. And it came to pass. Just jump down to the point.
Yeah, just jump down. Just hit the point.
So the point where he was made silent and when he got his voice back.
Yeah, both of them.
Alright.
Both.
Oh, shalom. Yeah, that's your Alright, so let me get this down. This is Luke 1. This is Luke 1:18. And Zacharias said unto the angel, whereby shall I know this? For I am an old man, and my wife well stricken in years. And the angel answering said unto him, I am Gabriel, that stand in the presence of the Most High.
Yeah, there we go. Someone made mention of that, how the angels they be carrying the presence, or our prayers. And he said, what did he say about Gabriel? Gabriel. What's that? The meaning of Gabriel again? Warrior. Warrior of God.
Yeah.
The meaning of his name. So he's close. He's very close to your. He's one of the chief archangels. Yeah, carry on.
Luke 1:19. And the angel answering said unto him, I am Gabriel, that stand in the presence of the Most High, and am sent to speak unto thee, and to show thee these glad tidings. And behold, thou shalt be dumb, and not able to speak until the day that these things shall be performed, because thou believest not my words, which shall be fulfilled in their season.
Gabriel again was the one that came to Daniel's aid in the time of to give him strength and to help him to understand the prophecies, to build his confidence. So that's what he's saying. Gabriel was a steer in this particular matter. He shows he's a steer too. The balance, the spirit, the angels have. There's a balance with it. So he shines some austerity there. And get to the point as well, Baba Fisher. Right. Read that again. What you just read.
Right. Luke 1 and the whole thing, or just the end?
What you just read.
All right, come on. Luke 1:20. And behold, thou shalt be dumb and not able to speak until the day that these things shall be performed, because thou believest not my words, which shall be fulfilled in their season.
Because he displayed a lack of faith. So there was a consequence for Zechariah for displaying a lack of faith in the Most High, which the angel was just a messenger of the Most High, and that was a austere message, man. And I jumped down to the point
When he got his voice back.
when he got his voice back.
So, bear me while I just...
Chime in any time,
Yeah, can't.
Brother, chime in any time.
Are you live on our channel as well, yeah?
Bear me, I'm just trying to find it.
So man, we're talking about that prayer, man, and to build confidence in prayer, knowing that the angels through your whole Shah are always there, listening, and they're going to be answered. Your prayers, don't doubt. Just because they're not answered immediately doesn't mean the Most High ain't aware of, you know, your thorn in the flesh, whatever it is, situation you're dealing with. Yeah.
So this is Luke 1 and 59. And it came to pass that on the 8th day they came to circumcise the child, and they called him Zacharias after the name of his father. And his mother answered and said, No, not so, but he shall be called John. And they said unto her, There is none of thy kindred that is called by this name. And they made signs to his father how he would have him called. And he asked for a writing table and wrote, saying, His name is John. And they marveled all. And his mouth was opened immediately, and his tongue loosed, and he spake and praised the Most High.
This is when they was given the name to John the Baptist, gave his name John. So short for John the Baptist. Yeah. So that's where he was given that name. Yeah. Is there more? A little bit more to make the point?
And his mouth was opened, Luke 1:64,
Yeah.
and his mouth was opened immediately.
Talking about Zacharias, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
So the curse of him not being able to speak is lifted.
That's the point.
And his tongue loosed, and he spake and praised the Most High God.
Yeah. So he had to be punished, man. That was a lack of faith. I think he was mute for about 6 months, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it'd been 9 months because it was the whole pregnancy.
Right, there you go. So 9 months he was mute for because he doubted, man. He doubted that the angel gave him that message, man. You know, have faith, man. Whatsoever you ask for, whatsoever the Most High say, have faith. Just just because it's not on your time doesn't mean it's not going to be answered, man. And persistency as well. I was gonna say something.
Yeah, just read one more verse if I may, Brother Bashar, because it was an example for all those that saw.
Right.
Luke 1 and 65. And fear came on all that dwelt round about them,
Yep.
and all these sayings were noised abroad throughout all the hill country of Judea.
Yeah. So also to inspire confidence as well, man. That example inspired confidence, man. What did they say about fear? Fear is a motivator. Yeah. But the balance with love and fear.
Yeah.
Love ain't balanced without fear, man. Fear ain't balanced without love. The Most High is all those things, man. You understand? To build our confidence. And Elder Apostle Gabar usually talks about that fine balance between, bitter and sweet. And sometimes it's like you feel like you're walking on a tightrope to get it right. And we ain't going to really get it 100% right. But it's a constant battle to be balanced. Yeah, to understand the bitter and the sweet, to get the balance right and serving the Lord, not to be not to be doing too much, or to fall back too much, but finding that balance. And it's a constant, in the flesh, it's a constant fight to get that balance. What the scriptures say, someone could hold that as well.
And the things are going to be more bitter than they're sweet, man.
Can't.
You know?
Yes,
Things are going to be more bitter, bro.
Righteous man, foolish.
Life's bitter, man.
Yeah, can't.
Truth is true, bro. Life's bitter, man. Even though you will like sweet things, we will like sweet things. Life's bitter, man. This system's bitter. So you got to be ready for that. That's part of the faith, man. People coming in, they think people might be hearing you right now teaching, thinking about the things you're saying, like maybe brothers might be mentioning the kingdom, the good things, which is good, but you got to know the bitter too, man. The reality is more time you're going to be bitter in the truth than you are going to have sweet, man. That's reality, bro.
Yeah,
Life ain't going to be all roses, man.
yeah.
Shit's going to be, your life's going to be upside down. You know, things can change for you overnight. Bad things can happen to you. That's part of the faith, bro. That's part of the bitter.
Precept.
Yeah, man.
That's part of what we got to teach that, bro, because, you know, go on, bro. Go on, bro.
Quick precept, yeah. To back what you're saying. Ecclesiasticus 2 verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yeah.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah.
Now go ahead, go on.
Continue.
Now, further on the point you made, that the truth is about balance, but there's bitter and there's sweet, but most of it is bitter, man.
Yeah, man. Definitely, bro.
And we like sweet. And if it was up to us, the flesh, we feed the flesh with sweet all the time. If we listen to the flesh.
Well, what did it say? Scripture says about David's men, they were like chafed men.
Right.
Because they were going through things. Life weren't sweet at that moment for them. They were being chased down, they were in different battles, and you know what I'm saying, they were dealing with things. So it's the same thing here. Brothers are like, for the most part, chafed in the spirit, man. And that's part of the fight, that's part of the endurance over the time period. We've all been in this for a small period of time, but that's part of the battle, that you know, that bitterness kicks in. That's the endurance.
And if I may add, that's a part of being a man. Because Elder Apostle Gabar gets into it from time to time. He says, before you can be a man of the Lord, you have to be a man first. Now, men, we go through adversity, man. It's written throughout the history, man. All that fun, that lollygagging and all of that, that's for the women and the children. Okay?
Yeah, bring out.
This is Job 7 and verse 11. Therefore I will not refrain my mouth. I will speak in the anguish of my spirit. I will complain in the bitterness of my soul.
That's what we do. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go on, man. Yeah, that's what we do, man. We complain in the bitterness of our soul, man. You know, this existence is bitter, bro. We always complaining. That's what you find. Is you basically become like what they say, like he's a whinging old man. Yeah. Basically, you just complain about everything, but we have a right to, because we know what's going on.
Right.
So we ain't complaining in a worldly sense. We're complaining in the spiritual sense. And even when you're not saying anything, you're complaining. Because this fucking world's bitter, bro. The life's bitter. So that's what we also have to teach new people learning, man. If they're listening, it's really more about bitter than all the goodies. The goodies are gonna come with Yahweh Shai.
And that's why the scripture says, you know, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. We were just speaking about that in the car, you know? Because this place ain't our rest, man. The scriptures say in Hebrews 13 and 14, for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. You know, this ain't it for us, man. So like the brother was saying, most of the time it is bitter. Now you read that scripture in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, notice it said to constantly endure. So that's a constant thing. It's a constant, like the scripture say about wearing out the saints.
Yeah.
I said, well, the saints are getting rubbed out, man. The saints are getting worn out, like an eraser on a paper, just getting rubbed out, like it's getting fucked up out there.
Tired.
And that makes you want your Yahweh Shai to come back even more.
Definitely.
So that's where the Lord wants us, man. So that's all right, you know?
That's all right. It's a good thing. See, bitter is actually good.
Yeah.
Bitter is actually good, man. Bitter things are good for your flesh. Even in the carnal way, the bitter herbs are good for your body. You know, man, listen, man. For all shit, them Coke, the Fanta cans ain't good for the flesh, but we have it, right? You have it with a meal of Fanta, a sweet orange juice or whatever. You know, it's bullshit. You know, but the bitter things are really better for your body. Yeah, man. That's really medicine. So really, the bitter life you live, if you endure, it helps you spiritually. You know what I mean? Because you know, people will be seeing this, man. A lot of people like the benefit, the good side of it. We're gonna put Esau in slavery. Bow to me, Esau, and all this. You know, which you're probably making white jakes bow to you, and you know that spirit. But at the end of the day, the world's bitter, bro. It's really about that's the way you know a person, and when they're in the lower state.
That's right.
That's when you know people when you're in a lower state. Can you deal with that? And I hope we can endure it. I hope I can endure this shit, man. Because it does get bitter, bro. Come on, man.
This is Sirach 1 and verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
That's where the more sorrow comes. See, the longer we hang in there, the more you experience just living in this place, in the spirit of this truth. By the way, that's when your sorrow becomes more, man. You know things that the people don't know, and you're enduring it, so you get more sorrowful, man. You know, even if you could probably see yourself 5 years, let's say you've been in this, I don't know, 5 years, let's say. If you saw yourself 3 years ago, you look at an image, you probably look completely different.
Yeah.
You might not notice it because you're going through it, but you probably look completely different. Like just, you know, your facial and yeah, bro, your countenance. You know what I'm saying? Because your countenance, that sorrow in your mind changes your countenance over time.
Yep.
Yeah, man is known by his looks. Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 1. That's the spirit. It says, who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed.
Yes, so that's if you want the wisdom of Yahweh Shai, that's the price you gotta pay. It's a price. The body, the flesh, the hell you go through, that's the price.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Enduring things. You know, drastic things can happen in your life. That's like a, you know, your cross. This is what we're involved in, man. And that's why a lot of people most people that hear this don't really want to hear that. A lot of people want to hear more of the sweet stuff, which is good, but bro, when you cross the line, you see it. I'm sure, brothers, when you were listening from behind the line and you come in the truth now, it's totally different. You know what I mean? It's totally different, man. It's a whole different ball game now. Go on, bro. Go on, man. Go on.
Hebrews 12 verse 11. Now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielding the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because at the end of it is what? Is a glory. But you got to go through the bullshit to get the glory. So at the end of it is Yahweh Shai returning. Then by default, we're joint heirs with him, man. We're going to get everything good with him. But before that, you know, it doesn't look all, it's not all roses, bro, basically.
Before honor comes humility.
Yeah, definitely.
And the brother just read, was it Hebrews 12, right?
Yes.
When you read up, it speaks about Yahweh Shai being the author and finisher of our faith. You see that? So you got to, when you think about this truth, you got to think about Yahweh Shai, what he sacrificed, what he had to go through to get, in order to get the glory.
First,
in order to take, in order to take the book out of him that was sitting upon the throne. Right? The lamb stood as it had been slain. So that's Yahweh Shai. He paid the cost to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? The servant ain't greater than the master. So think about Yahweh Shai. You know?
And that's what. Hey, go on, bro. Read it.
Sorry. Based on Yahweh Shai, I'll start from verse. This is Mark 10:35. And James and John, the sons of Zebedee, come unto him, saying, Master, we would that thou shouldest do for us whatsoever we shall desire. And he said unto them, What would ye that I should do for you? They said unto him, Grant us that we may sit one on thy right hand and the other on thy left in thy glory. But Yahushua said unto them, Ye know not what ye ask. Can ye drink of the cup that I drink of, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? And they said unto him, We can. And Yahushua said unto them, Ye shall indeed drink of the cup that I drink of, and with the baptism that I am baptized, withal shall ye be baptized.
Meaning basically you got to suffer what I've suffered.
That's right.
Like you got to suffer the bullshit. Because Yahweh Shai really, he suffered beyond anyone.
Right.
We suffering, but we ain't suffered, bro. When we deal with bullshit, and you know the Lord can really hit it where it hurts you. But guess what? It still ain't compared to Yahweh Shai. Think about it, all the suffering you deal with, still can't. All the suffering of every one of us combined can't deal with what you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Think about it, the Lord Yahweh Shai, right? That's why you got to keep exalting him, because look, the Lord Yahweh Shai, right? He knew everyone's sins. He had everyone's problems in his head. People's problems can weigh you down.
Yep.
So imagine he had the sins of a people on his back, on his mind, on his spirit. Then he had to deal with fucking heathens belittling him, putting him on crosses and all that, all kind of shit. So he had people. He could read everything that was going on, and he had to suffer all that. He even knew he can actually defeat all these people right now, but he had to still suffer it. So this shit goes deep, man. So what are we? Who are we not to suffer, man? And it makes you know that also. It's so lucky, brother. It makes you know that it's not about you individually. It's a greater good. And we serve the master. You know? So we got to go through, like you read there, you got to go through the baptism, which is the hellfire, the fire, man. The fiery baptism, bro. The fiery baptism, bro. Come on, bro.
Sirach 11 and 14 says,
the fiery
prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. 15. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him.
Yeah. That's right. So everything is from the Lord, man. You know, He controls it all, man. So, bro, we've already been given the blueprint. So all we got to do is follow it, and when He comes back, you know what I mean? Hopefully, you know, we get that deliverance, man.
Yeah.
But we've been given the blueprint, man.
Precept.
Go on, bro.
This is Isaiah 53 and verse 3. Speaking of Yahushua, it says, he is a man, sorry, forgive me. It says, he is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we were hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised and we esteemed him not.
Yeah. Oh, break into it.
Oh,
bro.
there's a bit more as well, yeah. Verse 4, surely he
was
hath borne our
despised, man.
griefs and carried our sorrows.
That's so think about it, all the shit you deal with. You know, the Lord willing well for His elect. He already knows that. He had that when he was back in the past life. Everything he was dealing with, he had on his spirit. He was eating all of that. So he had your problems on his mind. Just like today, man. Like when we complain and cry to the Lord, our groanings, you know, He's our intercessor, man. He deals with our problems and He tells the Father, look, can we speed this up, or what? You know, He speaks on your behalf. Well, you gotta believe that. And you know what, bro? Imagine you individually, yourself, all of us, your problems. He knew all of that, man, and He had to deal with all of that. That's a burden and a half, bro. Even you now, you might hear a brother's problems. You might not even want to hear shit in the flesh now, let alone dealing with a million people's issues. Go on, bro.
There's a bit more, Baba Kusha.
You gotta just do it, bro. Like, yeah, go on, bro. Yeah, go on.
Isaiah 53 verse 4. Surely he
So
hath
anyone,
borne-
so lucky, bro. Anyone saying Yahushua's name ain't important, he ain't important, whatever. Yeah, don't listen to people like that, man. His name ain't Yahushua, it's JC, it's this, that, and the other. And you know those demons are getting more and more. You notice those demons are becoming, they're heavy. All of a sudden now they're attacking the name again. Go ahead, bro.
Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed.
Yeah, that's bearing the burden, man. As his brother said, that's bearing the burden of the weight of people's problems on you. You're thinking of their problems. You're concerned about them. What your goal that you've got to finish that goal. The goal of everybody's on you. Everybody's on you. The weight of the shoulder of the world is on you.
Yeah.
So he had to bear the world, literally, spiritually speaking.
Yeah.
But you would feel the weight when you're worried about other people, your family. You're worried about. You feel the weight. It's like a weight upon you. Your children, your grandmother. She's not well. She's in the hospital. What are they going to be? Kind of fuckery they're doing to my mother, your grandmother, whoever is in the hospital. Your child. When you can't see, but we know things go on behind the scenes.
There's a lot to deal with.
Whole heap of negligence will go on. And that be pissing you off, as you say, we be chafed in the spirit, and that means to be rubbed the wrong way. When someone's rubbing you the wrong way, the sore makes you sore, man.
Yeah.
And we get rubbed the wrong way. A lot of for the most part, brothers have their testimonies being rubbed the wrong way.
It's Romans 8 and verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us, man. Because you know the scriptures say, I have not seen nor ear heard the things which the Heavenly Father has prepared for those that wait for him.
Yeah.
So none of us here can even tell you or describe the magnitude of what we're going to receive in the kingdom of heaven, Lord willing. We're of that number, man.
Yeah.
But we know that all the suffering and the bullshit that we're going through to get there, it damn sure got to be worth it, man. Do you know why? Because Proverbs 11:1 says a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, man. So something's got to balance out all the hell that we're enduring now, man. That's the
same.
thing.
That's where it goes back to what your brothers were saying just a minute ago, the faith. You know what I mean? Because it goes into faith. You really think we're just going to be living like this forever?
Right.
Come on, bro. We weren't born just to catch hell for all the rest of our lives. And Esau's on top. Everyone knows the world is wicked. people know it. Even people in the world know there's a lot of wickedness going on now. It's all being revealed. Well, we're just supposed to be here in a wicked world forever, and we're just stuck here. No, bro, this is an alternate universe, so to speak. The Lord's allowed to be, you know, the Lord controls all the realms. So he sets up systems, man. So he set up this cage for us for a bit, and then he's going to bring us out of it.
There's more, if I may.
Go on, bro.
Verse 19.
You know, these Lord controls all of this stuff, man. It's like them comic books, man. He's that master creator. He made us sit. You know what? I'm gonna punish these Israelites, for my people, for a bit, because what they did, and I'm gonna put them in this perpetual hole. That's the system, a pit, and they ain't gonna be able to move. All they're gonna do is groan and complain. They're gonna lose their way for a bit. Then they're gonna, you know, it's a movie. The few that I want are gonna wake up again. So that's the world we're in. We can see that most of our people are bugged the hell out. We've woken up again, which the Lord put the Spirit on us, and we're waiting for that deliverance. We're not going to be like this forever. Come on, that's not reality, man.
This is verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the Son of the Most High. So all creation, man, they're all waiting for the elect to be established.
The nations, all that. Because that's them nations also are waiting for a righteous rule. A lot of these people, man, see you might go into them shop, hurry up and buy. They don't even know that you're the next to rule, and it's for their own good. You know, a lot of these people, they don't even know it's for their own good, man. We're about to get that power back and rule the earth in righteousness. Even these heathens, man, they've got to be ruled over. They're waiting for a righteous rulership. And that's only going to come when the Lord puts Israel back, man. Go on, bro. The rightful rulers. You got these imposters claiming our heritage, man. Saying they're Israel. Saying what they're saying. Well, they don't say they're the Israelites. They say we're the Jew. We're Yahudi and all this. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope. So yeah, we went off, but you know, it's not like we chose to go off, man. You know, the scriptures say man's goings of the Lord. Okay? But you know, the scriptures say how the Lord is going to give us a heart of flesh, man, and he's going to write the laws in our inward part. So we the new covenant, man. So we're going to be perfected.
It's a movie, bro.
That's right.
The greatest movie, like the greatest movie script ever is the scriptures, really, the reality.
Fact.
And this is a part of it, man. This part of it we've had to go off, and this system's had to be established and fuck us up, bro. You know? But you know, it's a miracle that the Lord can give you the Spirit in a place like this. Wake you up, give you the mysteries. The scriptures call the understanding of the kingdom a mystery. So the Lord's woke us up to this mystery, like, look, this is how it's going to go down.
Right.
And then that's now where the faith kicks in.
One more verse.
Because people think you're crazy. How the hell you so-called blacks are going to be on top of the world again? Nah, come on, man. They're in Haiti. You got dudes like barbecue in Haiti. You know that dude barbecue. You got all these demons and shit. These niggas are like demons in this system. Real talk, 2/3 are like demons. If you was looking at it from an outside perspective, you'd never think these jakes are going to wake up. You know what I mean? But it's not about that. It's a spiritual thing. Go ahead. Go on.
Verse 21, because the creature itself shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. Because these other nations, man, they've done tapped into the fact that Esau's the devil, man. You know, if you get around Elam, or you get to speaking, and you kind of give them the message that, you know, you don't really mess with Esau like that. Trust me, they're gonna say some shit, man. All nations are tired of Esau, man. They know that they're the cancer of the earth. It says what? That they shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. So though we're gonna rule over them with a rod of iron, they're gonna know and understand that it's being done in righteousness, man.
Well, it's gonna be fair, man.
Right.
Because we're gonna govern the world with the scriptures. So it's gonna be that 1,000 years. They're gonna get that punishment, bro. The nations, they're gonna get their. We always go into that. They're gonna get their plots of land back. But even so, you know, we're not gonna do. When we get Esau, we're gonna get all creative with the judgment. but we're not gonna do off shit like they did to
Right.
us.
Like butt breaking.
We ain't gonna do none of that. We're gonna keep the law, but the Lord's gonna make it. See, but the thing is, see, we're gonna get bad on them, but in a creative way, through the Spirit. See, they did it all in total left-hand side, bro. That's and then after all of that said and done, you know, Esau had that so-called Negroes, pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. After you don't whoop the shit out of you, bro. Because straight, our people are brutal. The scriptures call this what happened to Jake, an incurable wound. The only person that can cure it is Yahushua. That's how fucked up Jake is. And what did that slavery? You know? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, quick one. Well, brother had a precept.
Go on, bro.
Yeah,
Go on.
You had something?
You go before.
Alright, this is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. It says, Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
That's the law. The nations weren't given. The other nations weren't given this.
It ain't for them.
This is for us, man. So-called Negroes and Hispanics, and native people, man, of North, South, and Central America, man. The people that were targeted by who? The creators of this new world order, the Columbus and them. They were targeting Israelites. They knew who they were taking down. The law was given unto us, man. That's not for everyone, and we found that out. And this is why this society is going down the way it is, because we've been teaching. The Lord's rose us back up all throughout the earth, and you've seen it. The world's changed this past 15 years.
That's right.
And brothers have been teaching even 20 years, 30 years before that. They saw the world change. Now look at it. Now it's at the brink of the end. So he's bringing us back, man.
Precept.
And our wisdom is the scriptures. That's what gives us the insight, man.
That's right. That's right.
You know, the law of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
Precept, yeah.
Go ahead.
Just a little bit more, Hub. One sec. It says, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great who have Yahweh so nigh unto them? As the Lord.
And they know it. And see, all these nations know. See, in their spirit, now the elites of all these nations know where they're Israelites. But even on a low level, a lot of these nations, they know these are the people. They know. Even on a low level, there's some that know more than others. You know, that's why there was a global connection with all the heathens to keep oppressing us. It's not a coincidence you go to your community and Elam owns the shops, or in America it might be Ishmaelites owning the shops in the ghetto for the past past 100 years. You know what I mean, or whatever it is. Or you might have a fucking a Moab restaurant that's just been there for 60 years, taking loads of money. It's a hole in the wall. You know what I'm saying? Then you'd have, Jake, why can't we have black-owned businesses? Rare. Because you're under curses, man. But that's no coincidence. My point is, it's no coincidence that nations have basically ganged up on Jake. They made that tumult. You know. But now you can see the Lord's changing this world though, because now things are coming upon Esau. The nations are cursing him out now. So it's all changing. And the Lord's kind of giving us some mercy, man. Go ahead, bro. Go on.
Precept here. 2 Thessalonians 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Lord our power to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you whom are troubled, rest with us.
Hold on a minute. It said it's a righteous thing, you know. But then the Christian church will tell you what, that God is all love. See, you Christians, man, you don't know the God of the Bible, man. Read that again.
Here we go again.
They know the God of their own heart, bro.
Yeah.
Which is the do as thou will.
Yeah.
God hates sin, not the sinner.
That's Sirach. Yeah. That's what they believe in.
2 Thessalonians 1 verse 6.
Which is satanic, man. Sorry.
Yeah, because under that doctrine, you can do anything you want.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It don't matter what you do. You
don't
bless,
matter.
you save.
Just call on Jesus Christ and that's it. And they know it's mockery.
And you say safe, and they don't even know, man. Safe from what?
Right.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Safe from what?
You told them about nuclear destruction, huh?
They already see them fucked out Christians. They already think they're in the kingdom. Technically they are in their mind. They're in Esau's world. Technically they are, man. And if there is another world, Esau definitely got to come along with them. We're talking about the Jakes, by the way, because that's their god, really, Esau, man. You know? But in the reality is the world to come is for one people. The world, the rulership. Just like this system, and that's reality. This system has only really been for one people, the Edomites.
Yeah.
But he's giving you that illusion that everyone's cared for. That's an illusion, man.
Like giving them voting.
Yeah, voting
Your
or
opinion
the
counts.
tricks he plays.
Yes.
The tricks the devil plays, bro.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. That's all illusions, and you still have people still till this day talking about politics. Jake, if this party gets in. Haven't you realized it's all controlled by one cabal, man? And you're just puppets on the string. Nothing changes for you. Go ahead, bro. Go on, right?
Start it again, yes?
Yeah.
Second Thessalonians 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Lord our power to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And
Who's
to
troubling us, man?
Yeah.
Our main enemy, man. They list it in Psalms 83. And it begins with Esau, man. That's our main enemy, man.
Yeah.
Something to on deck.
As well, there's a good point in there, but finish it off, Brother.
yeah, and it's okay. And verse 7, and to you who are troubled, rest with us.
Yeah, because what sticks out with me when it says it is righteous, it's a righteous thing to pay back tribulation to those who trouble you, man. Because even on the left-hand side, they got the Osama bin Laden. Remember the Osama bin Laden?
Yeah.
The 9/11.
Yeah.
When they got him, I remember when they got him. They showed it.
Tim Osman.
They showed them special forces, man. With the Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
And they showed them, and they gave them all the credit for going and sneaking up in the place and getting him, assassinating him, and then they kept playing it over and over and over again on the news. That's why we got the 9/11 thing. So
But did they even show you the guy They didn't even show you him laid out.
Right,
They just said they did it.
Yeah.
And then they dumped him in the sea.
And then they dumped him. Surely that a so-called trophy of that magnitude, this guy that helped destroy he was the catalyst, one of the catalysts for them to invade Iraq and all that. The New World Order and stuff,
War on
right?
terror.
Right. The war on the weapons of mass and all that, which we found out that was all a lie.
Right.
But wouldn't they show you the fact that they got him? They didn't even show you him. They just, But anyway, those people were all set up by Esau anyway.
Yes.
The CIA set them up. Go ahead. Right?
But the therapeutic,
Bin Laden.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro, but Bin Laden years prior, when the Soviet Union was in Afghanistan, the Mujahideen were good guys. The people that Bin Laden was so-called fighting with, they were the good guys when the Soviets were in Afghanistan, and America was funding them. But then guess what? When the Soviets left, now it was America's turn to invade Afghanistan.
Yeah.
They became the boogeymen all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then the Soviets were funding them. So it's all games within a game.
Can't. But people was happy,
They're all set up, man, and you ain't realized all of that. Go ahead, right?
Now I'm just saying, people was happy when they so-called got it. You know what I mean? And also, what's the other guy? Saddam Hussein. When they so-called, when they showed that they got him and they pulled him out of the tunnel and all of that. But people were happy because he was supposed to have been a dictator, a really harsh taskmaster. So
Who you mentioned this? Who was that?
Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
So people, he was a harsh taskmaster. But people basically they want justice, and so people want to see justice, and they want to feel that there's a vengeance there.
Yeah.
So in righteousness, we feel that.
Yes.
We feel that we want justice, man,
Well,
and it's righteous to get it. Yeah.
Well,
Can't.
that what you mentioned, they still make you. Babylon still makes people every 9/11. They bring that up. It's in the news. That people, their Remembrance Day. But then when so-called Negroes or Latinos bring up their plight, for years what were we told? Just forget about it. That's the past.
Yeah.
Let bygones be bygones.
Forgive and forget.
But guess what? Now they can't even get away with that. Because now now the race is such a big thing. It's just like you can't even avoid it. Jake's all mentioning it. People in popular positions are talking about it. It's like they can't even that's the Lord having a certain level of mercy, man. That's how you know this system's ending. Because years back you couldn't even speak about race and that. Just be quiet. It's done. Pull yourselves up by the bootstraps like everyone else. But now we're finding out underhandedly they've been oppressing us. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Go on, that. But it's true. You mentioned about they wanted revenge for all of that, right? Babylon, mainly Esau. Look what they did. Well, guess what? The Lord wants revenge on you Edomites.
Appreciate.
Go ahead, eh?
Isaiah 51 and 22 says, "Thus saith Yahweh thy power, and Yahweh that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again."
Yep.
Last one. "But I will put it unto the hand of them that afflicted thee, which have said to thy soul, Bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground, as the street to them that went over." Yeah, they're using that. Even up to this day, we talk about slavery. That was severe chattel slavery, but we're still in slavery now, man. And it's talking about laid their bodies. How they use their bodies for barter, for bartering in the stock exchange, with the first stocks. And they, up to this day, they've been using us to talk about the I mentioned it earlier on. They want our organ trafficking.
Yeah.
Even melanin.
Cold. Yeah, the melanin.
Melanin, man.
We were speaking cold a little bit, but the trafficking, the organ trafficking, all forms of trafficking, what they be using us. The work today, brothers have testimonies of being used and abused, exploited, collectively and individually, but constantly being exploited, man. You talk about the melanin too, all in every kind of way, financially too. Talents. We know that what's coming out there. We know that before this, what's that guy, the Diddler, right? He was the Diddler. All of them was the demon was put on them for them to carry on the demon. Say it like that. Clive Davis, the rabbit hole goes deep, man, with being exploited. But I'm not saying they ain't wicked, because they're wicked. They're just as wicked anyway, because they're the 2/3 of the Most High. Said, hey, we know how the Most High feels about the 2/3. So,
This is Baruch chapter 3, starting at verse 7 and going into verse 8. It says, "And for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts, to the intent that we should call upon thy name and praise thee in our captivity. For we have called to mind all the iniquity of our forefathers that sinned before thee. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power."
Boy, are we subject to them payments, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in a society where you turn right and all of a sudden it costs you £65, man. We're made subject to
make a
payments.
wrong turn in Babylon.
You know?
Babylon. Yeah, you got to pay for that.
So easy that, what does it say in Haggai 1 and 6, man? He that earneth wages, earneth it into a bag full of holes, man. You might have worked that extra overtime. Here comes that ticket or that fine or wherever the case may be. That's that overtime money gone, man. That's why the scriptures say, give us this day our daily bread, man. Having food and raiment, let us therewith be content with that. We just getting by, man. But the scriptures also say the just shall live by faith.
Read it again. Baruch 3, verses 7 and 8 again. "And for this cause thou hast put thy fear into our hearts."
Yeah, because what happened? We kind of lost fear, man. I'll say kind of. We definitely lost fear of the Most High, man. Hence why we being punished now. And still we've got 2/3 and so-called Power Ranger camps trying to blot out the name, not use the name, and bring up their own there's a new. I remember one of their apostles was saying that it used to be every now and then, IUIC. Every now and then we be watching the IUIC, like the main one, be speaking, and he'd be starting for talking for a couple of hours. Maybe at the end he might say something that's off. He said, now every time you tune into them now and you watch them, they're saying a new doctrine every single time before
From the
it
beginning.
starts.
From the beginning.
From the beginning now.
I heard that.
A new doctrine just keep on coming up. So
he said it was like before it would be like every 3 hours or something like. Once or twice. Now it's from the jump.
So that's what happens when you don't fear the Most High, man. Now
That's Thessalonians,
Right.
bro. Remember, it said in the latter days, people departing from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits,
Yep.
you know, doctrines of devils. That's all part of what's happening. This is the end days, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Signs of it.
so that
Signs
fear,
of the time, bro.
fear is so important, man, because that's what happens when you get bugged out, man. You know, you become arrogant or complacent, and you start to lose the fear and change up the doctrine. Now the elect ain't gonna lose fear, which the Most High put that fear back into us, man. And that fear is we know the balance with love and fear. You can't have one without the other, because fear balances out the love, and love balances out the fear in its correct place, man. So fear is that motivator. We're getting the fear back now. Read it again, Brother Brown. Carry on reading, man.
Baruch 3 verse 7 again. And for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts, to the intent that we should call upon thy name.
Right. Going back to that prayer again, man. Right. When we, you know, Satan's trying to, what's the word? He's trying to when you listen to testimonies of brothers, he's trying to put that in intimidation factor in us, or that you're not a man of the Lord. Everybody's got their own, you know, thorn in the flesh. You're not a man of the Lord, so why are you even trying? Give up, man. Yeah, he don't care about it. He ain't listening to you or your prayers. Don't even bother with it. You're getting some brothers go from one thing to another, It's all to try you, man. You know, and to take away your persistence. Yeah, carry on reading.
Yep. To the intent that we should call upon thy name.
Yeah, that name is important, man. Prayer and the name.
Yes, it is.
You know?
Yes, the name is important. That shows that we have to have the name. The scriptures, you in Baruch, right?
Yeah, Baruch 3 verse 7.
Even one chapter before that, it goes into how we will call upon the Lord in the land of our captivities, we shall think upon his name.
Right.
Yeah, so we have to have the name to call upon, because the scriptures tell you clearly, was in Acts 4 and 12?
Yep.
No name given among men whereby we must be saved. So we have to know the name in order to be saved. So if you got demons talking about you can call them what you want, we ain't got the name, we don't know the name, man, come on, you've been compromised.
Definitely.
What changed, man? Because you know Nate at the IUIC, didn't he used to teach in the name? The apostles be showing you the
Well,
videos,
did that
he was breaking it down.
Yeah.
He was breaking it down. It was in black and white, but then guess all of a sudden, now all of a sudden you ain't got the name,
Yeah.
or we don't know it, or you can call him what you want, you know. See, this is what I'm saying. That's why the scripture says, "Meddle not with them that are given to
Fuck
change."
it right here, brother.
It's the spirit. That's right.
Let me call it for you.
Come on.
Proverbs 24 verse 21. My son, fear the Lord, including the name, and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change.
Yeah, them that are given to change, man. 1 minute they're saying this, and the next minute they're saying that. It's like, I mean, come on, bro. Which is it? Let your yay be yay, man. What's up? What happened?
The funny thing is, these these congregations, they've got evidence of their leader teaching in the name. Then he's telling you now the name, but then that shows you how Jacob
zombified.
gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah,
They're
gone,
like, they're gone. They're like that fucking toy. Remember Toy Story? The things they tried, the green ones. They tried to capture them and claw. Yeah. They're like that. They're the green ones. You got, they're like the ones you got to catch with the silver arms. You got to catch it. Claw. They're like that. They're gone, man. These motherfuckers is gone. Like Nate was once teaching in the name. And there's a video of a great breakdown he does in the name. Now he's telling his congregation not to teach him, not to even say the name. Come on, man. Which one is it, bro? But then you're supposed to have the extrapolation in your mind to know, hold on. Why would you be teaching that? Now you're saying not to say it.
Right.
Yeah.
You should already know. You should know. You know?
Precept.
Yeah.
Isaiah 29 and 10. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep,
Ouch.
and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered.
Yeah.
So the Lord did that to them. The Lord blacked them out. The Lord poured upon them the spirit of deep sleep.
Right.
You know? And the scriptures clearly tell us that now it's high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. But how you going to be saved without calling on the name?
Yeah.
Don't the scriptures tell you in Proverbs 18 or 11 and 18 or 18 and 10? The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. So how you going to be safe in the time? We're coming to the times of the most worst times there's ever been since there's been a nation. But you don't need a strong tower? That don't make no fucking sense, man.
Need it more than ever, bro.
Need more than ever. You know?
Precept.
Need it more than ever, man.
This
Go
is,
ahead, yeah.
this is James 1 and 8. It says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Yep. So they're unstable. They're unstable. If the dude was telling you once, in the name of Yahweh Shai, all these the great breakdown. Now he's telling you otherwise. They're unstable, man. You know? And there's all kind of wickedness going on up in them places, man. Like, we've seen it over the years, man. Everything they accuse us for, they do.
Right.
And it comes out that they do it. But guess what? The claw zombies are so zombified, they'll just keep following them anyway.
Yeah.
And they'll label us as evil.
Right. Yeah.
But you know, everything that the Lord set it all up. You know, the men he set up to be the truthful men is going to be justified in the end.
That's right.
You know, and they can take the bullshit. You know. So some of course we know, like, most of the brunt is really our leaders that take most of it. But we are, like, you know, we're part of it. We're a branch too, man. We taking that heat too. I remember when I was walking up one of them high roads, some fucking degenerate 2/3 dude, right, just shouting grape at me. You teach that, you're part of that GMS. I said, she was shouting grape on the high road. And like up in the, I'm not gonna say the area. Just some fucking 60 dude was big too, man. Like big, but the spirit just jumped on him. I said, bro, do you even know what that means? He didn't even know what it meant. So I said, it means, like, I basically broke it down. I said, but he said, but you GMS guys teach that grape on a high road. That's slander, man. Where a bunch of people shopping and that. So I you know, people like commotion. They'll just be walking by, looking on a high road. You know, these niggas ain't got no discretion. All these 2/3 ain't got no discretion, man. So he was shouting about. I said to him, look, man, do you know what it means and whatnot? He didn't even know what it means. You know. And I said, what we teach is what we teach according to the Bible, the laws that would happen, what would happen in that scenario. But the point why I'm saying that as well is because that's part of that slander, bro. Brothers have all experienced slander, man. You know, but we still teaching. And guess what? If that topic comes up again, we'll still break it down.
Yep.
You know. But them other camps that once taught about Yahweh Shai, now they're not teaching in his name. Guess what? They'll slander us for those type of things too. They push them lies out. And then they have them stupid claw zombies. You know, they got them stupid silly women up in there. They don't want to teach them harsh topics because it will affect their money flow.
Compromised.
It's compromised. You gotta teach the whole thing, bro, and you gotta be ready for slander.
You said, bro. Because it's funny that you mentioned that story about the guy accusing you on the high street, because the scriptures say the servant isn't greater than his master, and they accused Yahweh Shai bearing false witness against him. This is Mark 14:55, and the chief priest.
And bro, what I just said to you, it's lucky, bro. It happens to all of us. Everyone's got a story of someone talking some type of shit, man. That's slander, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every brother's got a walk, man, and someone's talking some shit. Go ahead, right?
Yeah, this is Mark 14:55, and the chief priests and all the council sought for witness against Yahweh Shai to put him to death, and found none, for many bear false witnesses against him, but the witness agreed not together.
Yeah, they didn't. So they didn't even agree. That shows you, man. You know, what they would love to do is take you out, but they're not even in one mind. They'll just start taking each other out after. You know, these spirits. These people are wicked, bro. It really, what it is that when you teach the truth, bro, you're shining light on wickedness. Go ahead, bro.
Precept. Luke 12 verse 2-3. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known.
That shall not be known. So the Lord, everything comes out, man. And you know, with the way brothers teach, you know, we're no holds barred, as they say. So it shines the light on wickedness, and people don't want to. Most people in this world, you've come to find out, no one wants to hear truth, man. No one wants to hear reality.
Therefore,
People wanna
whatsoever.
hear- Yeah, go on, man, go on.
Well, I was gonna say they hate him that rebuketh in the gate,
Yeah.
and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Yeah.
So
They don't want to hear no truth, bro. People don't want to hear truth, bro.
Verse 3.
That's why
There-
you find yourself lonely in this motherfucking place, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Precept.
And that's why the scripture says, blessed are ye, you know, when men shall separate you from their company.
Yes, definitely.
And profile you in that, you know what I mean? But when they ain't embracing you and speaking highly of you and that, whatever, you know what I mean? That's the opposite. You know, because they did that to Yahweh Shai. They false accusers,
Yep.
tried to catch him out, and you know what I mean. You know, but
So
Yahweh
even
Shai,
there's-
he
there's
kept
one-
it 100.
Yeah, calm, bro. Calm. There's one cat I ain't seen in a long time, whatever. I ended up seeing him exchange numbers, which I shouldn't have done. But anyway, he was talking with me. Yeah, man, how you been or whatever? I said, yeah, man, not bad, bro, whatever. But I realized never fuck these woke people in the world
Yeah,
completely. I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. Then out of nowhere, the dude mentioned, but how can all white people be the, you know, like, you get me? He brought that up. I was like, I never even brought none of that up. But it shows you, he knows what I do. He knows what I do. This is someone from my past. I ended up bumping into someone I connected because the spirit's got it where someone his relative is an Israelite. So he's imagine his relative is someone I can more break bread with than this person that I would have known more so-called. But they're all full of shit. The dude out of nowhere mentioned, how can all so-called white people be? He didn't say so-called, I'm saying it because brothers. But then, so basically he just revealed what he's really on. So I said, why the fuck did I was cursing myself out after. Why the hell did I even open the door for these demons? But all that bullshit talk, yeah man, you've been watching live, the football's great, innit? Then that came out.
Wait.
Yeah. The demon jumped at him and I heard the voice change. So I know it was a spirit. I heard the voice change. Well, how can all whites be like that? How can a whole race? How can a whole race, he said. The voice changed. So the spirit had me like, but I just completely swerved it. I was like, yeah, bro, you know. I just completely swerved it. I said, I didn't even bring none of that up. Go ahead.
That's a demon.
But these are demons. This is why we got to really separate. You read it, blessed are you when you and the spirit had it where we have separated from people long time ago. So when you open access to certain people, oh man, I miss you. It's all bullshit. You don't miss you. You don't miss you. Get the fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, bro. I consult with the angels, man, the brothers, and I pray. We pray, man. Like we got the guidance. You know, niggas and people in the world miss you. Really, they miss the idea of what could have been. You know what I'm saying? So they really realize, you know, you've been on a good path. They're serpents. They want to bring you back down to their level. That's really what they're on. Yeah, bro. They want to bring you back down to that low vibration. That's why when they realize after, when they can't, even this cat I'm mentioning, really he can't hang in. I don't try and talk about deep shit. We just talk about casual shit. But even he can't even hang. So even he stopped kind of contacting. It's really the spirit. They just fade away because you're not really supposed to be around them.
Yeah, Proverbs chapter 12 and 19 says, the lips of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment.
Lying tongue is but for a moment, man. And then what the brother you was reading, the elder brother here, you was reading, what did you read? It said, blessed are you, man. So brothers are blessed, man, when people depart themselves from you. This guy, man, he never goes out. He's weird. He don't want to hit the clubs anymore. He really ain't on this adultery anymore, man. He were out here banging chicks, man. Yeah, you're out there banging other men's chicks.
Yeah.
You know, because this world is all wicked, but guess what? Even the other men's chicks you're banging, guess what? Those other men, they're doing the same thing to other guys. It's all a fucking pot of shit. So I'm glad the Lord's parted us from these weirdos, man. He don't want to do drugs. He don't want to do LSD. Or whatever the hell it is you do, man.
First John 2 verse 15. Love not the world.
And it's like they like that. He don't want to, and they get in that spirit. You know the spirits because their voice changes. He don't want to do nothing anymore, man.
He's boring, man.
He's boring.
To that Bible and that.
Yeah. While their ashtray throat is dying from all that smoke. Black lips. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to. That spirit is on them. That's like when the voice changes, you know it's demons. He don't want to see. Right. That tone kicks in. But I'm your friend. It's Satan, man. Sorry, bro. It's gone, bro. Yeah, go on, man.
First John 2 verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Yeah, so see what and you know, brothers, chip in too, speak, man. Hey, what gets us excited is not the same as what gets the people in the world excited. You know what I'm saying? The things that excite the people in the world, like we see through not even you might have been you might have liked sports, you might have followed a football team, a soccer team, whatever. even you know, as in this truth, most of that shit is even fixed. It's, like, it's all bullshit. You're watching it, it's like, okay, which Amalekite fixed this game? You know what I'm saying? Or you see, you know, it's all fixed, man. You don't get the same joy as these people get in the world. They get joy from simple shit, like not simple shit. I'm saying they get joy from bullshit. We get joy from something like a spiritual encounter. You know, brothers might be doing their day-to-day life and something spiritual happened. That's joy to you. Something you can now edify brothers with, or reason with a brother. Something that gives us joy. Stuff that people will look at like trivial.
But that's how Esau Edom has set up this kingdom, man.
Yeah.
You know, because when you think about the word mirth, you know, one of the synonyms would be the word fun. Now, Elder Apostle Gabar, I mentioned this I think last week as well. In the Italian language, the word fun means divertimento, right? To divert the mind. So Esau Edom has created this world, this system of constant things that divert the mind. You know, that celebrity died, or they cheated, or so and so's pregnant, that football player got signed. All this bullshit, man. They set up these bullshit fights, which are fixed anyway.
Good
you
point.
Know, it's just bread and circus, man.
Bread and circus, good point. And
okay. So they ain't got time to, you know, try and piece things together. You know what? Why do I hate my reality? Why do I wake up Monday to Friday, work this job I don't even like, do the weekend, get pissed drunk, and then go to work hungover on Monday and do the same shit over and over again? They ain't got time to think about that.
Yeah, okay, we just want to say shalom, yeah?
Shalom. Shalom, Ezra.
I got a quick preset.
And you know what? You're right. That was a good point you said with the sports and all these things. That was a great point. And you know what else they do as well? The people are all drugged up and high and stuff like that. And really, it's because they do it. It's a divert. They're diverting them. But then you know what? Another thing is, they don't want to deal with realities. They like illusions because people don't want to deal with reality. Because now when you deal with real reality, now you got to get sick. That's why you see people in third world countries, they'll be children, but they're serious. You'll have like a young kid, but they almost like grow. The West look like, you get me? Like people here don't grow up till they're like in their late 30s, if they even grow up. Whereas you got people in the third world, because of the harshness of their lives, they've grown up fast. They've grown up more like in the ancient world spirit. Dudes are like grown men at 15. The way they think, the way they speak.
They got to deal with.
The way they think they got their life, they got to live.
More serious mindset.
See, that's the thing. There's benefits to adversity, man. That's why the scriptures say what? To endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, man. Because as we've been getting into, you know, a time like never before, a time of tribulation that has never been since the beginning of the world, nor shall ever be. So if we ain't been going through the trials and the tribulations to build us up, to be able to endure those times, well, how the hell are we going to get through it, man? The scriptures say what? Men's hearts failing them for fear. When people see some of the things that's going to be going on out here, man, like think about when, you know, someone who's never opened the Bible, right, or a heathen, you know, think about when you know, Leviathan pops out. Ooh. Leviathan wouldn't even have to breathe that fire. They just see Leviathan, and that's the spirit, you know, departed, man.
Drop dead, bro.
Just like that.
Drop dead, bro.
Godzilla?
Well, they're already. See, this
final words.
Well, they're already bugging out from all this chariot.
Right.
Already.
Chariot. Like Esau's putting it in the daily, you know, his daily news, and that's already making people trip. Is this even true? What is this? Is this alien invasions? And it's making people trip out already. And they ain't even, you know, they haven't even fully drowned out the earth yet. And they're already making people trip, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Go ahead,
Yeah. Let me just put it up again.
You know what, like, going back into these topics, we're blessed to be departed from the world, man. It's a blessing. So all the bullshit, we was even talking about it earlier, you know, these brothers were talking about faith, brothers were talking about, you know, the bitterness. But really it's a blessing, man, because we've really departed from evil.
Yeah. Precept.
Go on, bro.
This is John 3, starting at verse 19. And this is the condemnation, that light has come into the world, And men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil.
Yeah, because they're
So
evil.
they got intentions, man.
They're evil, man. And you know what? It's funny because the character I was mentioning to brothers, he told me certain things about his life, and his life, you know, he has some messed up things that's happened. But guess what? You know why the messed up things happen? Because he was doing messed up things to people. So it backfires on you. What? That's how the world works, man. If you do messed up things, you know, and you hurt others, it comes on you. That's why people are all bugged out, drugged up. When you see a lot of these people, the reason they're so fucked up is because they've done fucked up shit to other people. It's not like they're good people. They're just good people that they're catching all this hell. You know what I'm saying? No, there's a reason. When people are jacked up in life and fucked up shit happens to them, it's because of what they've done.
Just to back you up on, man.
Go on, bro.
Zephaniah 3:5 says
Go on,
what?
man.
Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light, but the unjust knoweth no shame.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, a nigga can plan his day tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna go fuck my man's wife.
Yeah.
You know, he's on his way to fuck your bitch, right? And then what happens, man? He tries to cross the road and he gets hit by a bus. You know, he might survive, but the point is, he's not going to be sitting in a hospital bed thinking, you know what, maybe this happened to me because I was about to fuck another nigga's
No,
wife.
they'll do it again.
Yeah. Once he's healed, he's going to go back and try to do it
Niggas
again.
don't think like on that level, bro.
Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light, but the unjust knoweth no shame.
These dudes
man.
don't think on that level, bro. But the point is, people's all fucked up because they do that. But you see, the Lord departed us, and we are jacked up, you know, in our way. We catch our hell and ailments and things. But guess what? We're clean. We're made clean because we don't live the lives these other people live. You know, and that prolongs you.
One more verse, Baba Kushal.
Go on,
This is John 3:20. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, and that's why they hate us. Because when they see us, there's something in us.
them
that they-
again.
Yeah, like even if you just you kept quiet,
Yeah,
you don't need to say a word. They can kind of sense there's something different about you.
Something.
Yeah. And they can't quite put their finger on it, but they hate us. That's because they hate the truth. That's it.
You brothers been having that glow on them too, man.
Yeah.
Don't forget you read that scripture earlier about wisdom
face to
making a
shine.
man's face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. Hey, brothers be having sometimes people be doing double takes, man. They don't even know why. They might stop.
Or they even want to get up from around you.
Yeah.
Leave
That's
the
it.
room or
That's it.
something, or whatever. You know, brothers experience different things.
Yeah.
That's that light on you, man.
It says John
That
3:20.
radiator, man. That power, man.
For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
So the only way you can come into the light is if you take reproof, man.
Right.
Fix up your ways, man. Which we know that's only for the elect, but that's the only way you can jive with what we believe, man. You know? Yeah.
This is
But
Ecclesiastes.
a lot of two-thirds Salakim, my bro. They're not ready to put down that stuff anyway. They don't care about that. They love living in this shit, man. Go ahead, Dad.
This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because
I was waiting up to you.
The sentence against the evil work.
Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Yeah.
But I did it 100 times already.
Yeah.
Oh, through the 101st time won't hurt. Yeah, that's when the Lord gonna get you though.
Yeah.
And that's what Esau Edom don't understand as well, man. Because Esau's he's had his foot on our necks for so long. If there's a power in heaven, surely he must be with us. I fucked with these so-called chosen people for centuries now, and ain't nothing happened to me.
But we're
You
not
know?
not so cool. We are the chosen people.
We are the chosen people.
Yeah,
But I'm saying as in Esau's doubting, man. Like, oh, you say these are the chosen. Well, look what I've done to them. What's happened to me?
And that's what and you know what, that's the mind of two-thirds. The mind of two-thirds is basically like Esau.
Right.
They got the mind of Esau, man.
Yeah, your
Two-thirds.
father the devil.
They are their father the devil.
Yeah, man,
That's why when you tell them, look, man, you got to raise up out of this bullshit mentality and come back to this word. Nah, that's not gonna help us. And then they'll come up with just that's what put us in slavery. It's white people's book. It's all this. They'll come up with something, something to not change their ways.
Yeah.
That's the Christian church, man. The black church, all this shucking and jiving, But what about changing what the fuck y'all do up in that motherfucker, man?
Right.
What about keeping the law to you know, keeping a law at least?
No, but they're grievous though.
Yeah.
It's about my
Yeah.
commandments ain't grievous.
They're not about being righteous, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Sirach 8 and 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fare before him. This ties in with who read the one where it says because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. That's why, because a lot of these wicked people, they do all this bullshit, they live these bullshit lives. And because judgment hasn't come upon them yet, they think they've got away with it. They think they're good. They're not considering that there's going to come a day and a time, just like you read, the Most High brings about judgment every morning. Eventually, it's going to catch up with them, and they're going to have to pay for what they've done. So when they say shit like, "Oh, you know, that book's not going to do anything for us. Why are you reading the Bible? You need to get into reality." You know,
Right.
You know, when they say stuff like that, you just look at their lives.
Yeah.
Their lives are a great example that what they're doing isn't working because they're making all these fucked up choices that their lives are shit, but yet they still want to disregard the Bible because they actually hate the word and they hate the spirit that's associated with this book.
They're really dead. Yeah, they're really dead, bro. It's true, their lives are shit. See, it's funny, man. You look at really we're in the best position. We're waiting for salvation, but also the Lord takes care of you, man. It's not like no one here is homeless. No one's desperately in need of anything. We got our daily bread. See that the world. No one's ever content. Then so they keep fucking up to try and get themselves to this imaginary content place, but they're still fucked up. It's never ending. So their lives are shit because they're not. You know their lives are shit because they're not in a place where they're content with themselves.
Because think about it.
They're not content, bro, at all. Go on, bro. So go on,
In
bro.
this world, it's all about what? Chasing the bag. What's the first goal? £100. Yeah, but you're not content with £100 once you get there. Then it's £1,000. Then you get the £1,000. Then it's 10 grand. Then you get the 10 grand. Then it's 100 grand. Then it's $500,000. Then it's $1 million. So it's like the goal never stops,
ended.
man.
Yeah, well, look, man. King Solomon, he had all of that.
Yeah.
And what did he say?
The conclusion he came to was just doing fearing the Lord.
But what did he say? He said all of that was what? Vexation and vanity of spirit, man.
You see, all of that is part of the benefit of being a ruler. You're gonna get that anyway.
Yeah, that's it.
When we're on top, that's really the power is believing in the Lord and keeping what He said. That's where the power is. But the benefit of doing that in the long run is you're gonna have everything.
Right.
But motherfuckers worship, like it says, they worship the creature rather than the creator. Motherfuckers worship them goodies, bro.
Yeah. Well, you
Worship them
mentioned-
diamond chains and fucking money and all that shit.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned about King Solomon. What did he pray to the Father for? He asked for wisdom. And then guess what? He did get everything. In King Solomon's day, silver was as stubble.
That's why he's still spoken about
That's
to this
right.
day, man. Yeah, silver was a stubble, man.
You know?
He had all the best of everything, women.
Yeah.
And he weren't fighting over women that have been fucking dealt with already by hundreds of men. He was getting them all brand new.
Young, fresh and green.
Used up.
Brand new. Straight off of the fucking lot, bro.
Yeah, man.
So much wisdom. And that was Yahweh Shai, if you can receive it.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai
Yahweh
said,
Shai.
what, one greater than Solomon is here. What do you think that meant?
He lived the life.
There you go.
The life that all these people so-called aspire to. He
Inspired.
lived it.
Yeah, come on, man.
For real,
Been
lived
there,
it.
done it.
And he said, look, man, do the Lord's work.
Hey,
Fear the Lord.
that's why the scripture says wisdom is the principal thing in Proverbs 4 and 7. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Because he came to the conclusion, like you were saying, vanity, it's all vanity. Which vanity means worthless.
It's all vain, bro. It's all vain, bro.
Yeah.
If you're gonna build a house,
vain, man.
to your point, Carver, to your
Shit's
point,
all vain, bro, out here, man.
if you're gonna build a house, you're gonna need solid foundation.
Yes.
And when you think about wisdom, in all our wisdom, in all our understanding, get wisdom. He's the prime thing, bro. He's the prime thing. It's like the prime thing, man. Before you put before you paint a wall, you need to put the primer, man. The foundation. So to build anything, you need the foundation, man.
Right.
The
Base.
base, the
Which Which that's
said
your
it,
Hawashai.
Yeah.
That's your Hawashai. That's why the
cornerstone,
scriptures speak about when you build a house.
Yes, I was just
You know,
thinking
when the
that, bro.
floods come and beat upon that house, which is what we're about to enter into, what Revelation 3 and 10, right? The great time of great tribulation that's going to come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth, right? To speak about that. But when that comes, when the flood comes and beats upon that house, guess what? The house don't fall because it was founded upon a what? A rock. Which who is that rock?
foundation.
Yahweh.
Right.
He's the foundation. That's why the scripture says in Isaiah 33 and 6, when wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and strength for salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So that's where it's about. And the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So it's all about wisdom being the principal thing. You know?
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse 20. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. See,
Damn.
the scriptures say, what does a man gain if he
Gains the whole
gain
world.
the world and loses his own soul?
Yeah.
Right? You got Jakes out there, because look, man, hey man, we all know about, you know, as the Americans, they're coming from the projects, the ghetto, being subject to a low quality of living. We all know about that.
Yeah.
So naturally, you want to do things to better your surroundings, better yourself. So that's why Jake ended up selling out, man. But they don't understand that if you know, the desire of wisdom is what brings you to a kingdom. When you sell out under Esau, all you are is a slave that just paid a bit more money. But you're
Another
still in
cog
the
in the
same
machine,
position,
bro.
That's it.
You haven't broke the you get Esau's deals, you know, as a Jake. You haven't done anything spectacular. You're just another Jake that you're basically a slave with, like you said,
high-paid
more,
job.
exactly.
That's
But
it.
your people are fucked.
Yeah.
And then now you're in a world full of lies and deceit. You got to keep that shit.
And
Now you got to
debauchery.
keep lying to your people,
Right.
because you know you got a lot of our people that now it's all coming out. But for years these are their idols.
Yeah.
This is what they want to aspire to be. But then
Yeah.
they're being told by their masters what to tell you.
That's
Right.
it. That's it.
So you're just stuck in a perpetual, and when you're at that bottom level, you're stuck in that perpetual, you know, bullshit. How do I get out of this?
Crabs in the bucket.
Crabs in the bucket. Crabs in the bucket spirit. But at least with us, we might be on a low level, but we got the mentality and mind that the Lord has risen us up.
Right.
It's really about the power of the word, man.
Right.
Because the power is in the word, and it's with you, man. That's why Esau loves to get you to sell out and shit.
Yeah.
Imagine every Jake didn't sell out. Like, at least you have your dignity. But no, Esau wants your spirit and your body, man.
Can I back you up here?
Yeah.
Verse 21
Oh, so lucky, right.
of Wisdom
Yeah,
of Solomon
yeah.
6. It says, if
Yeah,
your
man.
delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore.
Yeah.
So
So
that's-
go ahead, bro.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, that's the scriptures, bro. If we keep the law, keep the law of Yahushua, do what he said, we're gonna be joint heirs. What did he say? He said, I believe, is it to Peter? He said, you shall be in the kingdom judging the 12 tribes. Yes,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
to
judging
Peter.
the 12
He said, you're gonna be on them thrones. If you do what I say, you'll be on the thrones judging the 12 tribes. So we're gonna be like, if we're of the elect, Lord willing, we're gonna be like the superstars of the next world.
Yeah.
So basically, you're gonna have all what they call in this, you know, like the glory of this world, but in righteousness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna have all of that, man.
Because what did Apostle Peter say though? He said, we're giving up everything, man. Forsaking our wives, our families, just so that we can follow after you. Like, what's going to be the reward of this, man? And that's the same thing with us, man. That's why, you know, the people, they look at us in the world like, rah, like,
What the hell they do
Yeah.
standing out in the cold? They've been there for 6 winters. Or brothers have been there for 40 winters.
yeah.
You know what I mean? What,
This
yeah,
is
go
how
on, bro.
shine this
We're going,
beast,
right?
but I ain't coming.
If you don't mind,
Go on,
Ahmad,
man.
right?
Go on,
This is
man.
why we're here, for a purpose, yeah? Matthew 5 verse 16. Let your light so shine before men that when they see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. You see? That's what it's all about. Yeah?
Yeah, I've got one to back you up here, yeah? This is Matthew 16 and 18.
And these are good works, man.
Yeah.
These are good works, bro. You know?
And that light is shining, man.
Matthew 16 and 18 says, and I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, upon this rock will I build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Right. You made mention of that, building that house, man, on the rock, not on the sand. So when the winds blow and everything starts to crash down, no foundation. But Peter was giving that strong foundation, man. And his example, yeah, we're following that example, man. Building that house on solid foundation, man. Which the name, you know, you mentioned the name, you're using the name Yehoshua, and he is the stone, that cornerstone, man, which everybody rejected. And we go through similar, as Big Brother made mention of, man. We get the same treatment on a smaller scale, but we feel it, it hurts,
Yeah,
but it's on a smaller scale. But if we continue, man, we're going to be solid, man. We're going to be known.
Unmovable. Unmovable.
I got it.
Go on, bro.
Yeah.
Can I bring it?
Go on, man.
So like you got go.
Nah, bro, you got it. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Therefore, be beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord.
Which is pretty much what we do, bro. We're out here every weekend. You know, brothers is doing something. You know, when we asleep, there's brothers live. Right. They're not stopping. The GMS don't stop, bro. Stop. Brothers are live, you know, in different time zones, different countries. Just doing the work, man.
Good works. Yeah.
Ushering in the kingdom. You know, like solid foundations, man.
That's right. And there's a reason for that. I got a precept up.
Go on, yeah.
Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night.
Yes.
Ye that make mention of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Which is what that's what we're fighting for, man. Till finally the Lord returns and basically the real Jerusalem established again, which is us, man.
Yeah, man.
You know. So he said, when he says give them no rest, give who no rest? Esau.
Yeah.
Keep coming out here cursing his system out, man. And we've seen it. The little time we've been out, bro. Look at the change in this country alone.
Right.
This
All
country is
strongholds.
flipped upside down, basically. And now all of a sudden, the things we say, they're putting on the mainstream media. Now they're talking about chariots. Now they're you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything we were saying that we were getting cursed out 4 years back is all coming out. The celebrities, the old sellouts. Now you're getting everyone knows the truth. So-called everyone's a truther now.
Yeah.
Everyone's an insider now.
It's just like people are now also subscribing to the true image of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, man. You know, you had Elon Musk come out recently talking about proof that Jesus is black, which Jesus ain't his name. You had Bill Gates before that. You had Putin as well. Okay, so hey, man, the scriptures say, and this truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared, man. All right, this truth, this faith, you know, this truth of ours is flourishing. All right. I've got a quick precept here. It says Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. I'll start 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Okay? And it's the Most High that let Esau go on in his deceit. But now the Most High, by his mouthpieces, the prophets, which have been since the beginning of time, are exposing this devil, man.
Taking him out.
This light is going, you know, the scriptures say this gospel shall be preached through all corners of the earth, and then the end shall come. Right? Verse 8 says, and then shall that wicked be revealed.
Yeah, like if you can't see that the so-called white man's his system's done, the Edomite system, then you just go with it. That's basically what it is, man. Because if you can't see this is the end of it's blatantly the end of an age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, man, the heat ain't been on Esau this much since, like, you know, I mean, we've not lived in a time where this heat's been on this devil like this, man. The whole world's exposing them. And all the prophecies are aligning. What's happening right now in the place they call the Middle East, or the media calls it that, right? What's happening over there? Amalek's drawing out the world into war. Everyone's despising them. It's all playing out, man.
That's right, man.
Yes.
That's
You know,
why,
it's all. Then it links up to America being hated. It's all just coming out. All the lies that they've told.
yeah.
Because you know, even when everyone talks about the world, like America and these places, the image of America, if a heathen nation says they hate America, the image of America is who? The so-called white man. They're not instantly thinking of a so-called black man. They know we've just been catching hell over there. That's why even when Esau was fighting the Vietnamese, they would tell them Jakes go home, the soul brother go home, or they would say them Vietnamese when they caught black soldiers and would kill them, they'll be like, look man, this ain't your war. This is Whitey's war. But our people, for years will just cling on to Esau and fight his wars for him. That's always happened because we're in that society. But guess what? Them nations, when they say gringo go home, they're thinking of their so-called white man. It's the same thing with them Afghanis and all that. When I remember there was one brother saying when they was in Iraq, I think he was in Iraq serving out there, they had them Afghanis had signs, sons of Jacob go home. Or them Iraqis. So they know who you are.
The nations know.
They know.
Let me just finish out this verse.
They're really thinking about taking the whitey out.
Yeah.
Go on that.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 8.
So, the Edomites. Sorry.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Okay? And where the spirit of his mouth? Right. All the prophets you see out there on the highways and the byways, beginning with our elders, okay? We're the spirit of the Lord's mouth, man. Alright, so what you don't understand is that, you see, there's power in this word, man. There's power in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Because something as simple as setting up a tripod, going live on the YouTube, setting up over here, setting up over there, doing that all across the world is bringing the downfall of this kingdom.
And you
man.
can see it clearly.
Clearly.
You can see it clearly. Well, we can.
Yeah.
We can, bro.
Okay? It says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Doesn't the scripture say, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, even those that pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. So let it be true, man. So although Yahweh Shai, with Yahweh Shai's return, it's going to come a lot of calamities, a lot of life loss, a lot of destruction. So let it be true.
Yeah.
Let it happen, man. Cause we're tired of this fucking shit.
Let it happen, bro.
Let it fucking happen, man.
For real, bro. Spirit, man.
Yeah, and them clouds are them chariots, man. And that's why Esau be getting shook.
Yeah.
That's why they be doing these live streams talking about. Remember that a couple years back they did the 144 chariot sighting. And the Pentagon they came together doing reports on it and shit. Hey, the Lord deals with them numbers too. 144,000.
That's our number.
Tabernacle of David. That's where it's at, baby. So the Lord, he be showing shit. Okay, and the scripture says that the deceived and the deceiver is. Esau can't do nothing outside the bounds of what we got. All right, and that's through faith, man. The Lord's making shit happen.
There's one rock band, British band, right? And they got I can't remember the name of the band, but someone was showing me it. But the chorus of the song is "Come, come, Armageddon." Basically, they're talking about nuclear war, and the guy saying "Come, come, Armageddon." That's like the brother just said it. Come on, bring it, man. Bring it on, bro. That's what we live for. We're not living here anyway. We're in captivity, man. So come Armageddon, man. Or Armageddon. Yeah, come on, bro.
Job 14 and verse 5.
Come Armageddon. Go ahead.
Job 14 and verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, and thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Yeah, so there's a time where the Lord's going to bring Esau down. He's got a time. Every kingdom had his time. Even a few years back, remember CERN? They got that sign from the heavens. Basically, many tekel, basically. Basically, you've been found wanted. Just like the kings of Babylon, they had the writing on the wall.
Yeah, that's right.
That sign, that saying, the writing on the wall, goes back to kingdoms going down. Right. That's what that goes back to. Everything in this society really, the hidden words, how people speak in this, there's a writing on the wall.
Slang,
they don't even know it goes back to the Bible, man.
There's no new thing under the sun.
No new thing under the sun, bro. And CERN, they had that thing in the space, and they got the sign, and it said basically, you've been found wanting. Your time is up. So the Lord's deep, man.
Deep.
So their time was almost up. The brother just read it. Esau, the Lord sets up bounds that they cannot pass. We don't know exactly when, but what we do know is according to the scriptures, we're close.
The signs.
We're close. Even the scripture says the Lord, Yahushua, doesn't know when. The Father only knows. But we know we're close because of what's happening.
I've got another one.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
Esau got that doomsday clock, man. What's
Yeah,
it
and
on,
it's
what, 90 seconds to
Yeah,
midnight.
yeah. And that's Esau's way of calculating the end of the world,
Yeah.
which is nuclear war, by the way.
Yep.
That's going to be a big catalyst. Go ahead,
Second Ezra 6, starting at verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Yeah, man. Go into it, bro.
Can't, yeah. So Esau's that basically tells us that Esau's going to be ruling at the end of the world, and all the prophecies line up to show that Esau's the one in rulership right now. You know, you got your prophecies in Daniel about the kingdoms. You know, what was he had the Babylonians, the Medo-Persians, the Greeks, the Romans.
Yes.
We're living in a revival of the Roman Empire right now, and Esau's system is about to get destroyed, man. That's why
Well, the feet. Where basically the feet of it.
Yahushua has that great stone that's going to smash the statue and destroy it. Now it's funny because we're coming to the end of 2024 and we've got all these UFO, IFO sightings being put in the media, but also you've got the talk about how Britain needs to get into a wartime mindset.
Yeah.
You know, that was an article just recently. They're saying they need to get into a wartime mindset. So all the prophecies are lining up to show that this is pointing to the end of
Well, have you
Esau's
not
world.
noticed this whole fucking? I'm sorry, yeah.
That's
I'm
all right.
sorry. Even this whole bloody holiday, so-called holiday period, which is all Saturnalia and you know, Satan's days, and basically we know that this goes back to, you know, Christmas goes back to Nimrod and you know, it's pagan worship. But guess what? If you not noticed, the mirth of it is dead.
Dead.
There was no spirit to it, man. It's just been dead, bro. There's no vibe to it.
Who said?
I didn't even hear Mariah Carey that much this year, man. And
Oh
usually
yeah.
around this
You
time of
always
the-
hear
I
that.
hear all the time, man.
You always hear that track.
Getting old, man. Getting older, the voice is getting crusty and that.
That would even, I swear, I didn't even, you barely heard that.
I didn't hear it.
This space is done, bro. The mirth is done.
hearing that?
Even on the actual, the last few days, it's just been like almost like ghost town.
Right.
There's been no activity.
Mariah Carey getting tired, man.
And bro, the
Haven't let
spirit,
her using her up
Yeah.
big time, man.
the spirit is
Tiring the
against
woman
this
out,
place, man.
Quick precept.
Go on, bro.
Isaiah 24:8. The mirth of Tabret ceaseth,
It's dead, the mirth is,
the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth,
yeah.
and the joy of the harp ceaseth.
Oh,
So, bro, even the people that once had all the energy of this kingdom, even they're dying out. They're fading out. The people that love this society, even they're fading out.
That's why
Because
everyone.
the elites. I'm sorry, go on.
That's why everyone's just druggies and hippies now, man.
Yeah.
Because everyone's on some form of escapism.
Yeah, but you see-
escape the dire reality. Go ahead.
The elites can't. And the elites, the international bankers, they've grinded people down in this system to where they have them now. This is all what George Orwell 1984, bro. They've grinded people down. They've slowly taken away rights. Slowly, you know, it's basically become a computer world. And the zombies are just living in it.
You know,
And no one's awake, man. And they're just living in it. And to the point now where they're not even, most of these zombies don't even, you know, they're not even, you know, the mirth, even the mirth's dying for them. But they're just living in it. They're just waiting for the next move of the elites. What's next for us? Well, the next is the mark, man.
Precepts.
Go on, that.
Daniel 5.
And they don't have no fight, bro. Go on, that.
docile.
Yeah, there's-
Obey.
There's a saying, your days are numbered. So let's, Daniel chapters 5, big brother, you mentioned this. 22 says, and thou hast,
You don't have to call me big brother, but I'm your brother. That's it, man. Go ahead, that.
and though his son, O Belshazzar, has not humbled
Big brother.
thine heart, through thou knowest all this, but has lifted up thyself against Jehovah of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before thee, and thou and thy lords, thy wives, and thy concubines have drunk wine in them, and thou hast praised gods of silver and gold, of brass, iron, wood, and stone, which see not, or nor see not or hear, no. No, and the Yahweh in whose hand thy breatheth, whose are all thy ways, has not glorified. Here's the point. When was thy part of thy hand sent from him, and this writing was written, and this is the writing that was written, Memi, Teki, can't pronounce that one, something.
Yeah.
Many.
Say it, Carl, by go on, that.
Right? Yeah, so this is the
You know
general.
it, Carl, by.
Many tekel.
Yeah.
Fasten.
Yeah. Which is basically, you've been, basically translates to like, you've basically been found wanting.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's where that saying, the writing on the wall comes from.
Mhm.
The time is up, man. In layman's terms, it's over. Basically, is that the word? Is that the way you say it's over for you? And then guess what? That night did the Babylonians go down?
Yep.
Yeah, and the Lord actually cut that kingdom short. You know, because I think how many years? It was like 70 years. It was meant to go on a bit further than that, but he cut it short. And say that again.
It was 67 years.
So that's when he brought it down.
I believe so.
So he cut it short, man. He cut it short, but pretty much when that writing was on the wall, that was their time, and then it was a surgical strike, man.
Yeah.
They got brought down.
And they were being proud as well.
They were being, because when you're on top, you never think you're going down.
Yeah.
Just like Esau today, they got all this military might. They don't think they're going down, but they are.
Yeah.
You know, they think they're gonna, basically fight the Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. They actually, they're vain minds. Go on, man.
And yeah, you see, that's why, hey man, pride is, is destructive, man. You know, for a man to think that you can fight against. First of all, they know them as UFOs. We know them as IFOs. You're seeing that these vehicles can move in ways that none of your technology can. You got the fighter jet, the F-22. I believe that can move at like Mach 10 speed, which is about just over 7,000 miles an hour. You're dealing with vehicles that can move way faster than that, can stop in an instant, can go underwater, can appear, can disappear, scramble your radar, but somehow you think you're gonna fight against those things and prevail. That's pride, man. It says in 2 Ezra 7 and 43, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. And who's going to receive that immortality? The Israelites, beginning with the elect. Because in Romans 6 and 23, it tells you that the wages of sin is death. But we're going to be changed. We're going to be under that new covenant. So that means we ain't never going to go off. We ain't going to sin. Therefore, that means we're going to become immortal. We ain't going to be corrupt. We're going to be out of this corruptible flesh and be brought into incorruptible flesh. Right?
Yeah, that's why Yahweh Shai said, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why Yahweh Shai said that. When you mentioned it earlier, what eyes have not seen. You know? The Lord said it's his good pleasure to give us the kingdom, man. Eyes have not seen nor ears heard the things that the Lord has prepared for them that love him. You know? So these things are coming, and the heathen ain't getting immortality, man.
Nope.
Right? That immortality for it to come is only for the saints. That ain't for everybody. So hold on a minute, all this equality, God loves everybody. What about that right there? Who's the immortality for to come? Who's that aimed at? Right. Because they ain't gonna have the new covenant. The laws on their inward parts. No, they're gonna be getting put to death. They're gonna be dying, they're gonna be getting put to death, they're gonna be in slavery for 1,000 years. Yeah, they're gonna get given their lands. Esau, he gonna be extinct.
Yeah.
That's later for him, he's over. You know what I'm saying? You know? But as for us, we're gonna be living forevermore.
Right.
You know?
And that's the beauty of the kingdom, man. The fact that we're going to be under the new covenant, but these other nations ain't, man.
That's right.
But you need to remember, we're going to have that spiritual power, man.
Yeah.
So with these other nations going off, because you're still going to have amongst the nations, he committed adultery, he was working on the Sabbath, he was trying to worship that God.
We're going to be in control of all of that, man. We're going to make them go off.
Right.
Just so we can have fun.
Just so we can have fun.
Yeah.
That 1,000 years, bro, is going to be fun.
That's right.
Because they're going to see everything that plagues us is going to plague the nations, man. We get demons attacking us. They're going to attack them. And they're going to have the force fields to battle them demons. So they're going to go off for us to have some fun.
That's right. Something for us to do.
Exactly. You know?
Yeah, that's right. There goes the rod of iron.
Yeah, but that was in the history, man. The King Amaziah and them, like he was kicking off Esau off them cliffs, watching them explode. But then showing you Jake's gone because then he started worshipping their gods. But that was a king in the history would kick Edomites off cliffs, and just to watch them explode and all that. So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be doing that end some, man.
Nine hearts shall meditate terror. Okay.
Like we're gonna have that. Yeah, go on, brother. Go on. It's lucky, man. So,
Leviticus 25 and 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou
we're
shalt
gonna have that satisfied smirk, you know, like when we're just, you know, like you're just having so much fun bashing them up, bro. Yeah, they're gonna be like human punching bags, bro. The scripture says it. Go on, bro. Go on, man.
Leviticus 25 and 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you, and of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids, moreover of the children.
That's slavery, bro.
Yep.
That's fixed with Joel, the prophecies in Joel. We shall sell them to a people. They sold us, and we're gonna. It talks about Judah selling them to a people far off. So we're gonna trade them. The roles are gonna be reversed, man.
Yeah, man.
You know. So slavery's coming back. Slavery is always a part of a system. It's always part of life. It ain't nothing new. So this new world the new world that's coming ain't gonna be no utopia for everyone. No, we're gonna be on top, and we're gonna have slaves, man.
For eternity.
For eternity, which is the other nations, man. And as long as we're in the righteousness, which we are gonna be, we ain't never gonna go off.
Right.
We're gonna do what we want, trade them. You know, put them down if we want. You know, make them build. You know, we can purposely make them build up a city and destroy it just to make them build it again. You know, you're gonna you fool. Yeah. You purposely build up a whole city and then just make them and break it down just to have fun. Build it again. And I want it done brick by hand.
Treat it like son.
And watch them for generations die off and have to keep building it. We're gonna have power like that, bro. Come on now.
Two more verses. Moreover of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession.
That's the nation. So that's talking about slavery, man. And it says we're gonna sell them, and basically he just said that.
I got one. You got more?
Yeah, one more verse. This is
just like they sold us, bro. That was not a coincidence. What happened with the transatlantic slave trade and the history prior to that, building up to that, that wasn't a coincidence. Yeah. The first trading stocks in Canary Wharf were who? It was slaves, man. It was Jakes. The first trading stocks in Wall Street was who? It was Jakes. Wherever you get major ports of trading in Esau's system, it all began with Jake.
Yeah, form of all things.
So that was not a coincidence, right? So now what? That's just meant to be. That's just the past history. No, that happened for a reason, and it's gonna happen again.
Says here, and ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession.
Just like Esau did. When you watch them captivity movies, you had them fucking crackers, and then they would have their sons, and they'll pass them plantations onto them, like Calvin Candy in Django. Remember Candyland? Candy's land was a plantation passed on to him. His dad owned it before. You hear it in the dialogue. That he was the son. His father owned it, and he passed it on to him. And if Calvin Candy had kids, he would have passed it on to his kids, right? So that's what them crackers were doing. That's what you call that old world. Them Edomites would be doing shit like that. They'll have fucking fortresses built, and they'll build it off of the back of Jake, and they'll just keep passing that on to their kids. Don't hear that.
They shall be your bondmen forever, but over your brethren, the children of Israel.
But hold on a minute, Salakia, just to stop you there. But why do they pass it on to their kids? Alright, because you see Esau, Edom, he gets into the Bible on the left-hand side, man. He takes the truth and he inverts it. But with that information, he knows about reincarnation. He knows in that third or fourth generation he's gonna be back. He ain't trying to come back with no pot to piss in, man. So he passes it on. He makes sure he trains up the sons in the business and the family trade, all right, to ensure that when he gets back in his next life, he's going to return back into that wealth, and then the cycle continues, man.
Yeah, good point. They know that. But if they keep passing that shit on to their sons, man. You have to have sons. Them rich motherfuckers think like that.
Yeah.
You have to have sons to pass on the line.
Precept.
Go on.
This is
It's important to them. Sons are important. Go ahead, man.
Psalms 49 verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations, and they call their lands after their own names.
Yep.
So that's the nature of Esau, man. He thinks he's not going to go down. He's so proud that he doesn't think that there's anything that can take him out of his position of power. That's the pride of the devil.
He's so proud that he believes even after the nuclear destruction, he's going to rise up out of the rubble and establish his kingdom, man.
The ashes, yeah.
That's why they always use the symbol of the phoenix, that will rise from the ashes and come up again. See, he's been lucky because he's had a couple of revivals already. Because the Greeks went down, the Romans went down, and I guess he thinks he's going to have a fourth go round. But no, this is his last his last hurrah.
Yeah, this is it for Esau, man. And it's fair because he's had a long time to rule. He did have a punishment during when he was shut up for that 1,000 years. But then the Lord strengthened them to come back to where they are today. So they weren't done away with. So they've always had, Esau's actually had more time than any other heathen nation, really. Why? Because he's a major character, let's say, one of the major characters in the movie, but not the one. Yeah.
Really, the Most High should be thanking. I mean, really, Esau should be thanking the Most High, man, because when he was in that lower state, known as the wild man, he was low, man.
Well, remember when Esau was complaining that at what happened, he said, "Don't I get a blessing?" He said. Then he said, "Bless me, even now, me." And then, Isaac, blessed him. Our father Isaac blessed him. Said, "Look, you're gonna get your blessing, and it's gonna be you're gonna rule. You're gonna rule by the sword, but you are gonna have your blessing." So the Lord fulfilled His promise to them.
And that goes to show you what we quoted it. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, man. He's gonna, experience hardcore slavery in our kingdom, but just prior before that, he experienced what? Voluptuousness. You read Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. That tells you the mind of these elites, man. It tells you how they think, how they, their whole goal is to enjoy the pleasures and the fatness of the earth whilst they can, and to really see if they're the children of the Most High, to really see if their power is going to come and save them, that they go out on the streets, on the highways and the byways and the various streaming platforms prophesying and preaching.
Precept 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, "If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sins and will heal their land."
Yeah. So that's what's happening now. The Lord is forgiving our sins, man. Bro, we were saying it earlier, but look at the way this world has been upside down for the past, 15 years, even prior to that. Brothers have been doing this for a long time. But this recent period, look at all the drastic changes that's happened. It all fits with the scriptures. But why? Because we're crying back unto the Father, man. That's why. That's the spiritual reason behind it. Because we're doing all this complaining and teaching and we're, yearning for the new world, the Lord's speeding things up. Bro, we're already in 2025, man. Coming tomorrow, the next few days. And if the Lord has us here for another year, that's gonna whiz by. These weeks go by quick, bro.
Yeah.
Scripture.
Yeah, go on,
Because you mentioned about doing all this complaining, and the Lord hears basically the Lord hearing our cries, right?
Right.
This is just like in the time of old, Exodus 3:7, right? When you're dealing with ancient Egypt, it says, "And the Lord Yahweh said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, For I know their sorrows, and I am come to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians. And who's the modern day Egyptians? Esau. So there's nothing new under the sun. The modern day Pharaoh is Esau. You know? That's why the scriptures speak about what? And the dead body shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. The modern day Egyptians, that's modern day Egypt is America.
And even you see, it's funny because even these Edomites in England that you might encounter, I've been noticing they're obviously going to be proud till the end. I noticed they can see things slipping away from them.
Oh yeah, they see.
You can kind of see it. Yeah. They're not as like, I've been seeing it. They're not smirking as much anymore and shit. You know when they see you. I'm talking about as a Jake. They see you. And, when you got that open eyes, you see what's happening. You might have seen Edomites. When you see them, they do that smirk. They're doing that less and less. I'm noticing that. They're kind of even more like on some weary shit.
Humble.
Why? Because their kingdom's slipping and they know it.
Reset.
Because this is their world, bro.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead. It's slipping away from them. Go ahead.
I like to fuck with them.
Yeah.
When I get, I did it the other day.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, man, things just ain't the same. I'll be rubbing the shit. I'll be rubbing the salt in, man. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, man. It seems to me, I'm just waiting for something to go down because it seems like it's inevitable.
They be knowing that. They be knowing that.
Yeah, it's not, is it? Yes.
Even the Negro can see it.
This is their world, bro. This is their world. This is their world. This is their world, man. So when you're saying that, bro, it's beautiful, bro.
Oh yeah.
No man wants to see their kingdom fall. We didn't want to see our kingdom fall, but guess what? We did. Okay. Now
we
Esau
see.
will have to bear it.
Go on, bro. Go on. That's like.
Hey, when we were getting taken down by the Babylonians, what were they doing when they cutting us? When they cutting us off?
But there's a scripture that says they rejoice at. Slucky, did you have something? You want to bring
I think you was gonna quote what I was gonna. You go
Yeah,
ahead.
no. There's a scripture when it says they rejoice at our downfall. So shall you. Basically, we're gonna rejoice at theirs.
Yeah.
It said you was in. When you saw the fall of my people, you rejoiced. And then it says basically, the roles are gonna be reversed. So shall you lament at your downfall.
Right.
So that's what they're doing. And then you'll have these simple of our people cuddling Esau as he's going down. It's a sinking shit, man. But you have the simple of our people patting him on his back still. Man, let this devil go down, man.
Reset.
Go on, bro.
Lamentations 4:21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad,
Yeah.
O daughter of Edom."
Like a lot of our people don't even acknowledge the fucking horrific crimes these devils have done to us, man.
Oh no, but that was back then.
Yeah,
It's changed now.
Yeah.
Bygones be bygones.
He gives us benefit.
These motherfuckers, these jakes are
chip on
so.
your
That's why the 2/3 gotta go, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead, that. Go
But
on.
he gives us free school dinners.
Yeah.
That cost them, man.
And furthermore, what that food he giving you is fucking poison, man. The scriptures say how we shall eat our bread defiled, man. So anything you think Esau is doing to help you, really, it's to further, to further trouble
put you
man.
in a pit.
Yeah. The scriptures say, he that is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good to, man? This damn devil ain't even good to himself, but you expect the devil to be good to you.
Well, bro, I was even reading something. I was speaking with my worldly brother as well, and he was talking about stuff, and he was telling me, we were talking, and it was like, basically, even the standard of living is fucked now. It's like he's made it, even if you're poor, which if you're on a low, like which is majority, Jay. Not to say poor like where you ain't got nothing, but in a way where we don't have as much as the other nations.
Yeah.
He's made it even near enough impossible for people to live. That's how much this devil did that. Like in the 60s and stuff, we're talking to my worldly brother. Look at them old school West Indians came here and they worked and they could buy their houses. Whether it was Peck and Brixton, wherever it is, in parts of Birmingham, Manchester, them families, the mums might have worked as nurses, dads was mechanics, whatever it is, bought their houses. Now you can't even, it's so fucked. No one can do that anymore.
Right.
And then they're making it even hard for you to even get social housing, like council housing. It's like impossible. So the system's done.
Right.
You can't even live anymore.
Because you see, back then, like the
You
average
can't even
salary,
live, bro.
the average salary back then was about 14k, but then the average house price was double that, 28k. Now you got the average salary is about 30k, And now if you're looking at a house price in the UK, I mean in London, right? You know, boy, you see houses in 700s, 800s.
Well, it's like basically
thousands.
like because I think they say even with this mortgage stuff, which is a death note, it's really like meant to be like 3 times your wage.
Yeah.
Right. Now it's like I was seeing it's like now even someone that's earning $250,000 it's like it's fucking near enough impossible for them to even get anything. It's like 10 times your wage now for somewhere decent, for something decent. Not to say things can't, you so-called can't buy it, but it's near enough impossible, especially if you want somewhere in a decent area or something. So this place is done.
Plus
But
more you earn, the more they tax.
the more they tax anyway.
So it's even worse.
But you see, back in the days now, for example, you know, it might have been, you might not have had much money, but you could do more.
Yes.
That's gone now. Think about it, man. Because even there was a Jake I used to work with, his family bought a house in I'm not going to say the area, but they bought one of them, like 3-story houses. They still got it. You know? Years back, his family worked and bought, like they, you know, there were nurses and whatnot, and they were able to do that. You can't do that shit now. Now they're putting you out in the cold, bro. Go ahead, bro. Read the scripture, bro. Read the scripture. So the system's done. The good times of way past. Go ahead, Ed.
Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked.
They're gonna be drunk, bro. They're gonna be drunk with basically oppression. You know, the scripture says better is the end of something than the beginning. So we are really in a blessed position because we're at the end of ours. We've taken the brunt of it. Even now, the Lord's had mercy on us because we're not in chains, physical chains. You know, we're in mental slavery, but we're not in chains anymore. We're not in that hard bondage anymore. That's past. The Lord passed the beginning of that cup. We're at the end. We're at the end of it. So Esau's about to get the beginning of that cup, and that's going to be a drink that you basically can't finish. It's going to be forever that hell. So the beginning of that cup is coming.
Precept.
You still have more?
Yeah, one more verse. Verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
So we're done. Our punishment is finished. We're never going to be. We're in a time where we're getting ready to get to be raised up. We're never going to be humiliated again, because this has been humiliation.
And before honor is humility, that's right.
Before honor is humility. So before you get the honor, we've been humbled, basically, man. But it's all. But you can see it changing. Now, really, Jake is becoming the in thing again. That's the spirit, bro. Even in the movie Get Out, they showed you that. Remember the Ammonite guy? They were doing the auction thing. He said to him, "Black is the new." Is basically they were talking about the black experience in America, and I remember all them heathens. Then he said to him, "Black is the in thing again," basically. So showing you spiritually, they know as well. These creators, these movies, and because they're all insiders. Basically, Jake's coming back in power. That's the point.
Finishing up the verse. It says, He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sin.
And he's doing that now. This Esau's being exposed, bro. Social media exposed. You go on fucking some of these Twitter algorithms or Instagram algorithms. It's all about slavery and exposing Esau. Look what the British colonialists did over here, or they're just getting exposed. The dirt has come up on their society. It's a shameful spirit, man. They're really ashamed of that history. And the fact is, see, for years they've been able to divert around that. But the fact is, the reason why the Israel, for example, was messed up in this society is because of your past, man. And you've benefited off that, you devils, man. Even on a low level, the low level middle class Edomites, they benefited off it. You all benefited off of what they call white supremacy, which was what? Oppressing the darker nations, primarily Negroes and Latinos, the Israelites. That's how you got everything, and then you systematically set things up to keep us down.
Because Esau knows that they can't level the playing field with Jacob. And if Jacob and Esau had the equal opportunities, the exact same opportunities as Esau, man.
Black Wall Street all over again. And,
There you go.
the Rosewood all over again. We were
Yeah.
building our own businesses and everything again, man.
Yeah, but then you see, then after all that's done, after generations of that oppression, then he will tell you, pull yourselves up by the bootstraps. Every other nation's done that. When the white settlers from Europe came to America on the different boats, right? Whether they were coming from Ireland, different parts of Europe, Polish, Germans, they were actually getting free land when they got to America. Because the American government was writing to governments in Europe to let them know, look, send over other Edomites because they can get free land here.
Right.
Whereas it was already set in place where Negroes couldn't get shit. So if people are coming and getting land, they're already getting a 1,000,000-mile head start ahead of you.
And you know that's facts as well, right? But here it
They're
is.
getting a 1,000,000-mile head start, bro.
You got
know?
Jake. They grew up here in the UK. They don't have those same opportunities. They speak good English. They're fluent with the tongue. You get an Edomite, get a Russian dude, maybe a Turco-Edomite dude. All he knows is Merhaba Nasıl, son. All the shops around the way are Turkish shops anyway, so he don't even need to learn English.
So it's true.
Here it is. His wallet is way thicker than yours. When you ask him, excuse me, what's the time? Also, you don't speak English.
There's
But here it is. You speak this country's tongue, and you can certain days you ain't even got enough money for chicken and chips, man. What's that about?
It's systematic.
Equal
It's all
opportunity.
systematic.
What are you talking about?
And even the Windrush era, right? Some of my parents on my mother's side, like very educated, Benjamites, but you got Benjamites that are like the rough one, but then you got the educated one.
Yeah.
And they were very educated, right? But back to your point, man. Then they wanted to send them back to the so-called.
That was recent.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah.
And they had to go to petition
Yeah.
to the what's that place?
House of Commons.
House of Commons.
Yeah.
To put in their petition, and
That's
some
right.
of them got refunded some money. But to your point, a lot of them were very educated people, man. Judah too as well.
Yeah.
Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, man. A lot of them were very and put in, build up the hospitals. Worked in hospitals, buses on the buses, the underground stations.
Well, did the things they didn't want to do.
Right,
Yeah.
did the thing, all the dirty work that they didn't want to do, the humble work, and kept this kept the
System
grind,
afloat,
the system going, man. So I read that precept earlier about if we was to all turn away or turn and speak to and pray to the Most High, all of us, every single one of us, this place will come to a halt, man. Serve our own God, which we know that ain't gonna happen, but we are the people, the seed. We're the sort of the earth that keeps this
System going,
grind going, man. The whole of this is all dependent upon us, man. Every time I go, I don't really do it as much as I used to. But when I used to pass through the city and go and look in certain offices and talk to certain people for interviews and all of that, I used to see pure security guards. It's mainly Jake you're seeing now.
Yeah,
doing the security
in the
work, man.
morning, it
Yeah.
will be all the Latin tribes coming to clean those
Yeah.
buildings.
Yes.
Go ahead, go on.
Precept.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Psalms 137
Yeah.
and verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
That's them Edomites that were helping the Babylonians bring us down. So there's history to the hatred, There's history to all of this, man. But you know what gets me? Them crackers for years, they had that narrative, black people, so-called black people. I'm saying the word, the corporate shit. But they'll say, pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. Every other people have done that.
Yeah.
But then here is they've systematically destroyed you. Pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. How wicked that is. Go ahead, that.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
That's what's meaning. Basically, we're gonna rejoice at your downfall, man. Basically, we're gonna rejoice when we see Esau, the calamity of Esau's system. We laugh at that shit, man.
Yeah.
That makes us happy because we know we're one step closer to your end, man. That excites us. Go on, Ag.
Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Oh, that's the Bible teaches hatred. Okay, yeah. Didn't you teach hatred? What did them? That scripture fits what them fucking conquistadors did when they went up into Hispaniola and all that.
Right.
They were smashing babies on rocks, bro. They were playing They were throwing babies in the air and putting their jagged swords.
Yeah,
You see, it's a fucking shame, man, because whenever you see a lot of slavery movies, they'll show you mainly the Southern Kingdom, but you don't really see. There's movies on it, but they don't really show you the severity of what happened to the Northern Kingdom. But what they'll show you is what you'll see like you can find drawings. You see drawings of like the Spaniards and the conquistadors and their dogs, and you'll just see like arms and limbs in pits, or you'll see burning bodies. They'll have them hanged and burning. You'll see drawings of it. There's drawings out there. There's loads of drawings, but they never really depict that through the movies too much. You know what I'm saying? That's reality of what happened, bro.
Precept.
But they show you a lot of that. You know, when you go back to Pope Alexander the sixth of Rome, Rodrigo Borgia. He saw in the Renaissance period. That's where they came back to power through the Spanish. You know, and he commissioned what was it, the Papal Bull, you know, or the Doctrine of Discovery, and he allowed them with the Roman Catholicism to go over there and so-called discover lands,
which really conquer.
Which basically, quote unquote, discover lands where you had Native American Indians, you know, they were already dwelling there, and they were putting them to the sword, man. You talk about Christopher Columbus or Cristobal Colon, you know, that's why he had a Hebrew interpreter on a ship with him. You know, I think one of the names was Louis Del Torres. He was fluent in Hebrew and other languages. All right, so they knew, and they show you that in the movie Conquest of Paradise, 1492. You know, and they showed you Cristobal Colon in the movie. He mentioned the book of Esdras, which where do you find the book of Esdras in the Apocrypha? Second Esdras, the 13th chapter, I believe it is.
What about Esdras?
Talk about Osir.
What about
That's
Esdras?
right. That's right, another land.
Said, what about Esdras?
Yeah, Esdras.
Yeah.
You know, and he was, you know, it's the way he said it.
Yeah.
Esdras.
Yeah.
You know, so they knew where they were going.
That French Amalekite actor.
Yeah.
That fucking. Yeah.
You know.
I don't know if he said Jake, but but they showed you it. They showed you it. Yeah. And they did horrific shit over them islands, bro. They decimated the people, man. And they even in Columbus's writings, they said, you know, even there's a good writing. Not good, but there's Bartholomew de las Casas. He was like a scribe at that time, and he writ a lot in his journal. And they got them journals. The writings are out there. And even Columbus, he said himself, these people are peaceful. He said they will make great slaves. So that's a real devil to come over to a people that have somewhat accepted you, because there would have been, you know, the way they make it out is Esau went and encountered Gad, let's say, and he just wiped them all out. No, bro. A lot of the wars Esau lost was to Gad, but they, you know, had to be brought down. But the point is, they weren't just instantly accepted, but yes, they were brought in. They were looked after to an extent. But in the back of the devil's mind, their plan was, we're gonna come and conquer you.
Right.
But when he went to Hispaniola, these Taínos would make fantastic servants. All it will take is a good few men with weaponry and armor to conquer them.
Yeah.
That's the devil, man.
That's the devil.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture says never trust thine enemy.
They even talked about, you can't.
How many treaties did they break with them? Over 500 treaties.
Yeah.
Never trust thine enemy, man. You
And
know?
they even talked about how even Columbus in his writings talked about how they played with gold as as toys, because that was on the beaches and all that. You know, they played with the silver and all that. So that just shows you these people are the devil, man.
Precept. I got one off.
These Taínos will make fantastic.
Devil.
And there was even one thing I was reading. You know, they basically they shine because they were like they were in awe of even how they looked. No, Jake, they were glistening, probably all in shape, beautiful looking. The women was beautiful looking, you know, because we weren't all beat up like we are now. Even in those even on a level, even as fucked up as those societies were towards their end, those empires that them tribes had were great. Even America, man, before Esau got his grubby paws on it, it was actually a paradise. As bugged out as the tribes were, it was fucking, you can drink the river water, it was sweet. These devils, bro, they're a virus. Go on, that.
Yeah, and there was a time when they was bringing them TB blankets, tuberculosis blankets, the smallpox. So they wasn't sick. There wasn't, and there's stories even now. You might get them still. I don't know if it's still up there on YouTube, where people were saying that, you know, the so-called native Indians were saying, yeah, when they came, we had no sicknesses. We were never ever sick, and we started to get a sickness like flu. They never had no flu, colds, and none of these things that we say are common today. But we're supposed to get them every year. If you don't get them every year, then it's like, what's wrong? There's something wrong. But that's how we accept that. But they never had none of these things.
Yeah.
Right? So
even even all that stuff like all the diseases like STDs and all that stuff is all the filth that Esau's brought in with it.
On the reservation.
Now it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then they never had that there, man. The land was still somewhat a paradise. Even America today, if you see some of the scenery in America, it's a paradise-looking land. But now it's just all messed up. Go ahead, Ad. Go ahead, Ad.
Ecclesiasticus 25.
Demons, they all love slowing down and that bit there.
Yeah.
Go on, Ad.
Ecclesiasticus 25 verse 7.
Heavy.
There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
And you see, in this society, you can't even have joy over your children, man. You have a little boy, you fear, I hope you don't end up on the road selling drugs, shooting and stabbing people. You have a little girl, you hope she don't, get turned out by all different kinds of men, taking all different kinds of rods. So you can't even enjoy the joy of your children on this side, man.
Bro, you know what, bro? You just gotta do what you can, man. You gotta do your best, or pray as well.
That's right.
Pray for the guidance, man. Because the thing is that you go crazy if you constantly that's what it is.
Worrying about it.
Yeah, man. What can you do, man? You just have to pray and be there. And Lord willing, we're gonna be out of here soon anyway. There's no plan to be here the next 20 years, bro. If we are, we are. But the spirit is hastening the day.
Right.
So that's what's that. But you're right, bro. That's the fucked up position in this society, bro. Oh yeah, that.
What did it say? He that liveth to see the
Fall of his enemy.
fall of his enemy, man. And that's what we're seeing. And it's a pleasure, man. We're pretty much metaphorically speaking, we've got the big screen there, we've got the popcorn there, and we're just watching prophecy play out, man.
He's just falling apart. Esau's system's falling apart, bro.
Right.
And they're losing it. The E's are losing it, man.
Whilst we're rejoicing.
Appreciate it. Daniel 7:18 says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
See, we ain't gonna be like. Remember what year was that, man? Where the Conservative Party came together with the Lib Dems to get the vote. Yeah, we ain't gonna try and come together and share a seat with Esau like. Split divide the kingdom that way. Nah, man, do that again.
Yeah. Daniel 7:18
This ain't like the Senate and all that, man.
Yeah.
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
He said we shall take the kingdom, man. When you think of the word take, it's not something that you ask someone nicely, may I have that? No, we're coming to take the kingdom, man. Beginning with Yahushua. Yahushua is getting first dibs. Okay. Go ahead.
Just like when the Lord raised us up out of Egypt, we spoiled them.
Yeah.
That night, the Lord said, spoil them, man.
And they come willingly to give everything.
They won their gun down, and we're about to tear shit up. So imagine when the Lord raises us back up, man. We're gonna spoil Esau, man. See, America itself, the system of America, Babylon the Great, that's written that it's gonna be done away with. You know what I mean? Completely. No other land's gonna be completely wiped out. Because other lands that get hit are gonna be rebuilt. America's gonna be completely wiped out. And guess what? These devils that are living in places like here, that are living in Europe, that are living in Australia, wherever the fuck they are, we're gonna spoil them. Take the lands back and actually spoil them. Take back the goods.
Right. Yeah. It's not no negotiating, and we ain't gonna make the same mistake as them Gad. Our brothers did, Gad and Reuben.
Yeah.
They're inviting them in the peaceful place, sitting down with them and trading. Oh, because they made treaties with the chiefs, didn't they?
Yeah.
And the chiefs sold them out. A lot of that was going on too. So any niggers that as we know, the niggers are getting wiped out now anyway. You know, it's all about the elect. So we're going to take the kingdom by force, and that's how it's going to be. No one negotiating, none of that. Yeah.
Slacker, did you say the tribe of Reuben? Did you say?
Huh?
Did you say the tribe of Reuben?
They made
Yeah.
the native Indian. I can't remember.
It was no, Gad made 400 peace treaties with Esau, and he kept not one, man.
Not one.
All right, but Reuben saw that and like, listen, we're not making any deals with this devil. So the tribe of Reuben never made any covenants with the devil, man, because he saw the way they were treating the Gadites.
And they lost a lot of wars to Reuben, the Seminoles,
Yeah,
the Edomite armies. They lost a lot of wars to them. But you see, Esau's, they're not gonna publish that.
Yeah.
They lost a lot of wars to them. That's why they went so hard on them tribes, man. They were losing a lot of battles, you know.
that's right.
Precept.
Yeah.
Like
Like that
Sirach.
fucking General Custer. You ever heard of General
Yeah,
Custer?
Custis.
Yeah.
His last stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a Rothschild agent, man.
Well, they're all interlinked with the elites, you know. But some of them didn't even like the elites. Some of those American generals didn't fuck with the elites.
Yeah.
So there's, you know. But anyway, but go on that. Go on that.
Sirach chapter 10 verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Like the the kingdoms. What's that devil, man? The Indian killer. What's his name? Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson, yeah.
See, he didn't like the bankers. Andrew Jackson.
Yeah,
He
he
looked
didn't
up to him. He looked into some of that stuff. He didn't like the bankers. He knew they were fucking the lambs up.
Yeah.
He knew what they were about. But what did that say? Oh, by the kingdom is translated.
Yeah, translated from one people to another.
Yeah, so the kingdom's going to be translated. See, we always go into it. Wealth is not what? Wealth is not lost, it's passed on.
Yeah.
Just like Esau, when we went down, all he did was sit in our seat and take our wealth. When they killed Tsar Nicholas in Russia during the Bolshevik Revolution, what did they do? They killed Tsar Nicholas to take out that lion. Then they took his wealth. You know? So the wealth was translated to Esau. And it's the same thing. When the Rothschilds and the bankers go down, we're going to take the wealth they took from us. It just translated.
Right.
And they're going to go and we're going to take the wealth and we're going to take them.
Precept.
Go ahead,
Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Speak on it, bro. Go and
Can't.
speak on it, bro.
So yeah, this is what's going to come round, because the Most High requires that which is past. You know, the brothers are talking about all the history between the Gad, Reuben, the tribes, and the Edomites that went over there. They thought they got away with it. That's why they're living on that land now, talking about, we need to keep out, the Mexicans, the illegal aliens, all this kind of stuff. They're acting like that land is theirs, but that land was given to, the Northern Kingdom.
Illegal aliens.
Exactly.
That fucking Arizona and California and parts of California was Mexican land. It's a car.
And it's ridiculous, because it's like, imagine you're living in a house, and then, let's say the house has got 4 rooms, and someone comes into your house, right? Takes 3 rooms and says, you've got to live in that room over there. But that's your house. That's what these Edomites have done. They've stolen the lands, and they've called them after their own names, and they continue to think that their inward thought is that their houses will continue for all generations. But that's not how it's going to be, because Yahushua is coming back to level the playing field and to
Hey, bro,
the standard.
to the victor belongs the spoils, bro.
Yeah, and he's also going to pay them back for what they've done, because the Most High requires that which is past. We read it earlier, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of them is fully setting them to do evil. Esau thinks he's got away with it, and he turns around, and when we bring this up, he says what you said before, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps, all the other nations.
Yeah, but they can't even say that anymore now. That was a narrative they pushed for years. Now, they can't even say it, because it's all come out all the underhanded basically it's been revealed what these governments have been really doing.
Yeah.
Like that just now it's like God, that's how you know the Lord's having mercy on us, because he's ending their system. See that whole get over it, they can't even run that anymore because slavery's on the TV every other day.
Yeah.
Something about slavery or something about this system is on the TV every other day.
Yeah.
He's being fully exposed. See, but that narrative they did push for years. Pull yourselves up by your bootstraps.
Yeah.
Now you just basically couldn't speak about it.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, and it's a never-ending perpetual cycle. Now that's done, bro.
Producer?
And Salakias, let's say something. All them movies, like there's one new movie on Netflix called 688, and it's about those black women who were in World War II, and they had to come all the way here from America to sort out the mail. And if you see how much mail they had to do, it was like big hangers, yeah? And they said, oh, it's just this hanger. And the guy went, no, it's every hanger around the courtyard, man. They treat them like slaves, man.
Yeah, and I bet they did a great job.
They did it, they did. Yeah.
But there's a lot of that stuff in these wars. It was Jake helped them win it.
Yeah, man.
But when they do these memorial days, all these years, all they're making you think of is motherfucking, them old cracker grand so-called Edomite
cracker
dudes.
soldiers.
That them dudes that now you'll see them in wheelchairs and they'll give them all these Medal of Honor, and the dude probably never even earned that. It must be like a Jake that really did all that.
Yeah.
Where you see them pushing on which this is old Bill, he fought the Nazis, and he's got all these fucking medals of honor.
Yeah.
And the dude probably really didn't do shit. He was probably a pencil pusher. It was all them West Indian and Judite fighters that they didn't want to let in the army that was winning the wars. But this dude was probably a pencil pusher, man.
And that,
Like,
it's
yeah,
like
sorry,
that
go,
did
go.
happen because
Yeah.
when Germany fought France, right? And the Maginot Line, if you know the history, the Maginot Line, the first soldiers were Jakes from Senegal and Ivory Coast. And you know what they did? They, rather than fight, they just gave up. They said, no, we ain't dying for the white man. They said, no, we give up. But they used them as what? Cannon for them, man. You know?
Front line.
Yeah, man. That's a part of the captivity that we've had blood spilt for this devil, and we've got
Oh,
no
we won in these
recognition.
wars, bro. It was Jake that won all of these wars.
Yeah, man.
Producer?
Even American Revolutionary War. Who was that won it? It was Jake. Even the movie with Will Smith, the recent one where he's in captivity. You know,
Oh, Emancipation.
Emancipation.
Yeah,
Remember,
that's the film.
towards the end of it, what did he do? He joined the army. Go and fight for the blue coats, son, or whatever, the blue and red coats.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
basically the difference, the northern and southern states going at it.
Yeah.
And it was who was in between fighting it? Jake.
It's Jake, yeah.
We want this government in. So it was, we've always been fighting these wars, man.
Yeah, man.
I think it was the American Revolutionary War. There was basically, we've always fought these wars, bro. Even Argentina has a lot of black history that's been swept under the rug.
Yeah, man.
And all of the Argentine, because you got Afro-Argentinians, and they really killed off a lot of the bloodlines, the crackers, right?
Yeah.
But it was a lot of them Jake soldiers that fought their wars.
Yeah.
But what happened after that, they done a big setup where they started putting them all to death. You know, so then the women that were left, the Jake women that were left, you know, to basically survive, they had to get with, you know, crackers and shit, because they were killing off the men. But after the Israelite men helped them fight all their wars in South America, that's true history in the 1900s and but before that, it was all the black men that helped fight in a lot of the wars in Argentina.
Yeah.
That's why people say, why is Argentina is racist? Why is it the only country in South America don't have black football players? Well, there's a history behind that. Not to say them Argentinians are not Jakes, because they are. A lot of them are Jakes. Even a lot of them are just light-skinned, white-looking Jakes. But there's a history in that.
Yeah.
And the Afro-Argentinian history is swept under the rug. And there is people that do fight to bring that history out, but you know, their voice is never heard.
Yeah.
Go on, man. So the point is, we've won all their wars.
Yeah.
2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 9 says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now I jump down to
But they see the way Esau will portray fucking histories as if you never existed.
Yeah.
55 of 2nd Ezra 6. All this I have spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because O Lord, O Yahushua, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
The Lord made the world for our. See, the world's for us, man. That's been the secret, man. The world's for us, but it's coming out now.
As
Them fucking them small hats, they've claimed our identity, and what they've done, they have taken the world through the sword, and then they're saying we're the rightful people because we're the Jews, right?
Yeah.
But they're not, man. The truth is we are, and we fit all the curses in the scriptures, man. Go on, bro.
56. As for the other people which also came of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing,
Yeah.
but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a bucket.
That's the way you have to look at these heathens. They're inferior to us, man. But the only reason why they're above us is because of our sins. We broke the law, statute, commandments. So it's a very good lesson for our nation to say, listen, man, you can't do anything without the Heavenly Father. All right? He's your power. All right? And if you forsake your power, you have no power. That's the reason why we're in the mess we're in. I got a precept.
There's a bit more on this.
Oh, you got more? Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah, there's more meat on that bone, man.
57 says, and now, O Yahweh, O Yahushua, behold, these heathens which have even been reputed as nothing,
Yep.
yeah, you said that,
Yeah.
have begun to be lords over us and do devour us.
Yep.
That's what's happened to us, man.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. Like, just driving here, the police stopped me, man. You know, and listen, they were okay, they were cool. You know, they flashed their lights.
Lucky it ain't America, bro.
Yeah, lucky it ain't America. The woman, she came out the car. She's like, is this your car? I said, yeah. She goes, you were driving a bit erratically. You know, the bus stopped and I said, yeah, fair enough. And she checked my license and all that kind of stuff. But hey, on another day, that could be my ass, man. You know what I mean? Especially in America, you get stopped by the cops, man. You get a bullet in your chest, man. All right, because these especially Esau, they have a perpetual hatred for the nation of Israel. That's why you have to be wise as a serpent. Yeah, man. I didn't argue with the bitch. I just said, yeah.
Wrong officer.
You know what I mean? I said, I'm sorry. She goes, what's the address? I gave her the address. I gave her my license. 5 minutes, and then I went off, man.
So you didn't,
Jake getting him so
you didn't
caught
say
up.
this is racist.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
That's what Jake be getting him so caught up because this is bullshit.
Yeah, this is bullshit,
Before you know it, before you get him down, you know?
Yeah.
And that's when
Because I'm a black Sierra Leonean, that's why. I don't even know what Sierra Leone is. No, you know. You know what I mean?
We know they're racist anyway, but you know there's a way you deal with shit.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it. Scripture
yeah,
gives you that wisdom.
Yeah,
You
see,
said it.
the wisdom is in the Bible. It basically shows you how to navigate in captivity, man.
that's it.
That's it.
You know, put you on game, man.
Alright, we don't hurry up.
Yeah, there's more there.
It's all right,
Finish
bro.
last two verses. 2nd Ezra 6 and 57. I think. But now, oh look, yeah, I'll read it again. But
Yeah.
now, O Yahweh, behold these, Yahushua, rather, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
Yeah.
But we, thy people, whom have called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, thy fervent lover, are given unto their hands. Last one. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance which the world, how long shall this endure?
It's not going to endure for much longer. All right, that's why we're out here, man. And that's what, behind closed doors, this scares the elites because they think, hang on, we thought these gollywogs would be like quiet for, you know, lost forever.
Yeah.
But when now they're seeing this, the Lord said, what? I'll set them up in order in front of your eyes. That's all the camps coming together on the street, man. All right, because this man has gone around the world. And by the way, it said heathens, all right, look, are nothing, but they're lords over us. That includes those Arabs, and they're some of the most cruelest, evilest, wickedest people I've ever known. That's why what in the kingdom?
Ishmael, yeah?
Yeah, Ishmael, man. After Esau, Ishmael's gonna get a lot of torture, man. All right, believe that, man. The Arab slave trade, they castrated our people, man. Okay. You You know, and the Bible says that you should live to see what? The downfall of your enemies. All right. So I'm not praying for them Palestinians, man. You know what I mean?
What about Palestine?
Yeah, free Palestine.
That's what people say. It's
Yeah,
all prophecy, man. That's all prophecy, bro.
Yeah, that's all prophecy. That's going to bring this third world war, man.
With precept.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerk, because you spoke
And it
about
makes
devouring.
Esau, but the beautiful thing, it just makes Esau look bad. It's all prophecy, man.
Beautiful,
That's
yeah.
the good thing with it.
Showing that how
It is, bro.
inhumane he is, man.
Exactly. That's it. That's it, man.
Yeah, it says, because it spoke about them devouring us. This is Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured,
That's it.
and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
Again, so that's all the nations, man. The top of the trees, Esau, Edom.
Yeah.
Because like you was mentioning the transatlantic slave trade, that's exactly what it was. It was a trade between the nations, man. You know, and that's it. And then they were trading us all over the world. Like you mentioned, Ishmael, they were trading Jake into lands like India and Iran and shit like that.
Yeah, man.
Far East and all that.
Yeah, even Japan, man.
That's why you got them Jakes today up there in India. You know,
Isn't it?
yeah, straight up Jakes from like West Africa and places like Angola and all that.
Yeah.
But they've been there for centuries. You know?
And they treat it like shit over there, man.
Oh, they treat it like shit. Yeah, bro.
That's why screw them gongadings, man. They're enemies as well of the nation of Israel, right? If you ain't a part of this truth, you're an enemy, basically. You know?
Yep.
Good
You know?
precept here.
Even if you're a bug-out Israelite.
Yeah.
How Shai said it, what those mine enemies which would not,
Yeah.
that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them
Before me, man.
You know?
Yeah,
Luke
man.
19 and 27.
Just because you look the same don't mean you ain't the same, man.
Israel,
All right.
Israel, Israel.
Let me just get one piece of it, you can have yours. This is James 2:13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy. And he's still not showing mercy to you, Jakes, man. Even in the mental health institutions, they're killing you, Jakes, man. Ramming you down on the floor and suffocating you for no reason, man. That one Jake in Lewisham was having a psychotic episode and he was rolling on the grass. The police came and sat on him, man. And while they were sitting on him, they had a cam. What's this called? Body cam.
Body cam.
Yeah, body cam. And the woman was like, breathe. And he's like, I can't breathe. Yeah, but you're sitting on him, you bitch. You know what I mean? Of course he can't breathe. And eventually he died, man. So that's why it says they're going to have judgment without mercy. But they've showed no mercy back then and now, man. All right? And mercy
Well, even
rejoiceth
that,
against
remember,
judgment.
even George, it's like it, bro.
It's all right.
Even that whole George Floyd thing, you know, he couldn't breathe and everything.
Yeah.
You know, they were fucking making memes of that a week later with them crackers and that.
Yeah. Don't make
The
it
George
fun.
Floyd meme. That
George-
shows you how they think. It is the whole fucking country went in uproar because of that.
Yeah.
And they were making the Edomites were making memes out of it.
Yeah, man. They had something called the George Floyd Challenge, where they would put your knee on your neck and see how long you could take it without tapping out. You know, like UFC,
Yeah.
when you grab them and you make them tap out. Yeah, they
Even there was
Yeah.
this Eve in an American college recently, and she was in these lectures, and she found out there was a group of crackers, a group of girls and guys, and they had like their own WhatsApp chat based around the Jakes in the class. And they called it like they had like it was called something, the cotton monkeys or some shit like that.
Wow.
And then the girl found it out. She exposed it. It was like some blonde bitch. And then the Eve exposed it to the school, put it on Facebook. People were writing in to get them people expelled, whatever. They never got expelled, but it got exposed. But what the fuck do you expect, man? You're in the land of your enemies. Are you surprised?
Yeah, man.
These same people were the ones fucking lynching you not so long ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a lack of knowledge, man. But you know, Jake, they think they get that moral victory because they can expose them and get them expelled.
Yeah, that's their victory.
So what? That motherfucker will get expelled, go to another school, do the same thing.
Yeah.
It don't work like that, man.
Yeah.
Peter,
Favor.
go ahead, that. This is Ezekiel 95, verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
They have not hated blood. That's talking about Esau, Edom, man. They ain't hated blood.
They eat blood, man.
Yeah. So the blood's gonna pursue them, man. But you know, we're not surprised when we see these things. You know, like when we see these things, like the shit Esau does, it doesn't surprise us because we know we we know that he has to go down. That's it. Ain't no compromising, man.
Precept.
Jake's always acting surprised when the motherfucking heathens do something
Yeah.
against them. You know what I'm saying? They're always acting surprised, like, oh, me, why me?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, these same people was lynching you a few 50 years ago.
Yeah, man. Hey, just in the summer they were
No, Jake's always acting surprised. Put the
yeah.
camera on, they're racist. Like, bro, why are you surprised, bro? Of course they're racist. They're your enemy.
That's it.
Yeah, but why would he be?
But Jake don't know who the enemy is, man. Jake lost sight of the enemy. You know, that's why you know the scriptures. You know, really it's the curses, man. Thine eye shall be evil toward his own brother, man. Jake think his enemy is the guy from the block that's a couple roads down the road, man.
Well, that's the Lord's gonna put a stop to that, and he said that, you know,
So close up the breaches thereof.
that Jakes are gonna come together.
Yeah, Judah and Ephraim.
Yeah, no, it's alright. Judah and Ephraim are gonna come together and fight their real enemies, man. Because one of the is it Matthew 24? It says nation will what? Rise against nation. Well, that's race riots, man. That's one nationality against another. All right, so we're waiting for that day, man. Hey, remember Rodney King, man, when that happened, man?
Yeah.
And the Jakes went mad? Hey, that was beautiful, man. I praised the Lord that day when I saw Jakes grabbing Edomites. I was only a kid, but dragging them out of the truck, man. Beating the crap out of Edomites at random, man. That was a beautiful thing. And we're going to see worse than that very soon.
Well, they're gonna, nationwide.
Yeah, nationwide.
Nationwide, man.
Coconuts are going to be forced to fight your
The
enemy.
Lord's gonna take that you know, take that veil off of Jake for, like, just show them, look, you gotta go at them.
Yeah.
So he's gonna use them for something. You know, them 2/3, they're gonna be used for something, bro. You know?
Yeah.
Real talk, man.
It's true.
Shall I finish the precept?
Yep.
Ezekiel 35:7.
They'll be used for something, bro.
Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from him that passeth out, and him that returneth, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and in thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword, and I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh.
Go, man. The city's not going to return. Your empire is coming to an end, man. And thank the Lord it's coming to. Hey, when the Roman Empire came to an end and Jake took over, it wasn't just Jake that was happy. The other dark nations were happy as well, man. That's why they pushed a lot of Edomites to that Caucasus area.
Yeah, when the pagan Roman Empire fell, it fell bloody. There was a lot of battles going on inside the kingdom, outside of it. It didn't just translate straight into Jake's hands. It was like there was things happening. People was fighting and bloody pitch battles, man. So it's the same with this society. What did the Lord say with Babylon? He said, when he brings it down, thus with violence shall he bring that great city down. So that, and you can see that teetering. You can see it. Anything that's coming out of America is just tension.
Beautiful.
Precept here.
Yeah.
Daniel 7 verse 26. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
Go on, bro. Go into it, bro. Yeah.
Hereunto is hither. Is that hither? Hitherto is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my cognition, much trouble me. Much
Cogitations.
Much trouble me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in heart.
Yeah, man, because you know the prophets of old, they was receiving these heavy visions, man, of what it was gonna be like in the end times. You know, what did Ezra say? Woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days, man? So that scripture there, it proves reincarnation, man. That proves that somewhere among us somewhere, probably more, probably, you know, we never know, but maybe in America, you know, Ezra is walking around doing, you know, what he was doing back
Well,
then.
the men are back, you know.
The scriptures say what? That the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets, man. But the point is, you know, Daniel, you know, when he saw those visions, man, it said it troubled him. All right. Another prophet, Habakkuk. I've heard thy speech. I was afraid. So what's the point, man? The point that we're trying to make is that the times that we're coming into ain't no joke, man. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Because if you don't have your Halba Shemiyah Shai in your corners, man, during this time of great destruction, great calamities, man, then you're going to be all the way through. You know?
Salakia, one sec. Even Apostle Paul, man, go and read his writings, man, and the stuff that he went through, man. Being, you know, he was robbed, shipwrecked, etc. Don't marvel at when all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
That, you know, the police raid your house, they grab your mum, they, you know what I mean? They put your family in some billy van. All right, these things are actually going to happen, man.
Yeah.
All right, so we're telling you this to mentally prepare your mind. All right, so when these things happen, you know, the Lord has a stability, a spirit of stability in your mind, so you don't bug out, man.
Definitely.
Okay.
Remember, it's a time of salvation too.
Yeah.
So even all the things you're saying, you know, you got, you know, it's a time of salvation also. And like basically, we will be delivered out of it. That's the hope.
That's it, man.
So it ain't all doom and gloom, you know.
Yeah, man. Light at the end of the tunnel.
It's salvation.
That's right.
Isaiah chapters 1 and 3 says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Yeah, they don't consider, because you touch on that point you made about racism. Why, when they see racism, they still be getting shocked. And as far back as I remember, they're still dealing with it the same way they used to deal with it. Oh, he's racist, and they're not coming to any conclusion, which they ain't going to. Anyway, the scripture don't tell us. Yeah.
They're still marching, man.
Isaiah, let me read on. In 4 it says, "Oh sinful nation," because it covers.
Yeah, but you see, the Lord's gonna put that spirit on them to like get at Esau the way he's been getting at them.
Yeah.
You know, like basically they're gonna get carnal.
Beautiful.
That's when Esau like shows you a level of respect when you know we are spiritual, but when Jake start fucking tearing shit up, that's when Esau's humble for a day or two. But the Lord's gonna put that infinite tear up spirit on them and the 2/3.
Yeah, man.
They're just gonna go buck fucking wild till this kingdom's done. Right?
Yeah.
Like Judah and Ephraim. And it says they shall take on the sons of Greece, the Grecians. But they're gonna go at it with Esau, man. And there's only so much. He's done so much shit. Really, Jake should have been doing it, but it's on the Lord's time.
Can't.
Esau's done so much shit. They're just gonna unleash all that oppression, tons of oppression that he's. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna all be unleashed. That deep sight. I mean, we're gonna watch it. We're prophesying it. We're just gonna watch it when it happens, man.
When you know, really, when you think of it, the Most High's he's given Esau the 14-day free trial, man. You know, with the smash and grabs that have been going on. You know, but that's gonna be on steroids, man.
Yeah. When Trayvon Martin got acquitted, I was watching that news there. I wasn't in the truth there, but I was watching that news there. And I remember seeing that, man.
We had that recently that devil that got acquitted in America. He killed the Jake on the subway. You see that?
Oh yeah,
What's his name?
out.
Oh yeah, Daniel.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Some white.
So that was kind of that's
Daniel Linius.
that's roused up Jake. Because he said the guy was he was no threat at all, man. He was just a drunk dude on the train. You know what I'm saying? Weighed like he weighed way less than the guy. He killed him basically. The guy wasn't a threat. If you were waiting for police to come, I think the guy was like an ex-army, but he killed the Jake. But it wasn't like a threat to him, and it was like you could subdue him and wait for police to come and arrest him. But he persisted and choked him the fuck out.
He choked him out,
Because that's a guillotine, what they use in the MMA. And you can use it to subdue someone. And if you put a little bit too much food, you can take them out, and they know that. They know that.
He killed him. He choked him out, and then guess what? The court said it was justifiable. So that was, you saw some of them Jakes there was Jake starting to get, that's it out there basically. They were getting roused up like, what the fuck? So that was out in New York.
So,
Use it as a line to
you know,
ash and
a
road.
few more things and this shit can just
Take off, yeah.
Yeah, man. And like in the summer when them rights happened, man, I was happy, man. I wanted that shit to continue. I really did, but you know, it simmered down. Alright, but very soon it's gonna boil and it's not gonna simmer down, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when Jules, I was saying about same point though. But I was talking about George Zimmerman, Trayvon
yeah.
Martin. When he got let off, you had these what do you call them people? They can't remember their names, but they were saying we're gonna find George Zimmerman, we're gonna kill him, man. Because over in America, you're allowed to carry arms. Can't remember what they are, but they're black. There's a black something, not the Black Panthers, but something similar.
Probably set up by Esau, innit?
But anyway, they said they're gonna find him. I said, why did they get that motherfucker, man, George Zimmerman? But that's in the spirit of carnality. But as I was saying, they deal with everything the same. They haven't learned their lesson, man. Let me finish reading this. Two more verses. Isaiah 1:4 says, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord. It gives us the answer here. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They have gone away backward. That's why Trayvon Martin, things like that be happening. They're going to continue to happen, man. Last one. Why should you be stricken any more? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole head is faint. So back to trying to reason with these 2/3. They're sick. They can't. You know, they ain't gonna get it.
Right, they're not gonna get it.
Or even in your own family, you may have spoken. You think you're gonna have a nice, peaceful conversation. You're gonna sit down, you know, with some tea and biscuits, and I'm gonna get food to him, and he's gonna come with the truth. He might just
Tea and biscuits.
could be your brother, your sister. You sit down. You nod. You might even nod because it's your family. Oh, it's your family, blood.
Yeah.
Nod his head. You nod his head, and then everything seems all right. Next tomorrow, you forget everything you tell him. You're the 2/3, man. Your road and his road ain't. It's different.
Bro. They don't,
I'm just using it because I could have come another way, trying to, you know, people come all different types.
You
of
might
ways.
be blue,
But the
you
most
might be
cool
trying to really
thing you
teach
can do,
Yeah.
you can buy him a Christmas present and all that. You understand what I'm saying? They still ain't gonna. They're not for them, man. Because they're sick.
It ain't for you. Hey, listen, man.
Trying
When
to
I was in
persuade
uni,
them,
my
innit?
friend told me that we're Israelites. I ignored him, man. In fact, I got angry because it wasn't my time to wake up. You know what I mean? That's why we don't bother. We don't waste it. Anytime you go to an all-black area, the worst place we taught was Peckham, man. That place.
The
Peckham-
ghetto.
Yeah, Peckham and Brixton was like hell on earth, man.
Oh, fuck the ghetto. Fuck
Yeah,
them,
man.
Fuck the niggas, man.
Just like it was like a West, it was like a
For
West
real.
African desert, man.
Yeah, because people. No, but you get people that curse you out for not teaching in the ghetto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you see Sikari? They were at the fucking gas station and niggas started having a shootout. And the dudes had the 12 tribes sign. You need to get right. Like, in the ghetto.
Crazy, yeah.
And then brothers were like, them niggas was, you know, them gas stations in
But did
America.
someone shoot at them?
Them niggas, not at the brothers, but niggas just had a shootout.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They went buck, then you know when
nothing.
niggas have a shootout, because they're running, there'll be sliders there, there'll be fucking hats on the corner there.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? People's running around, ducking and diving, and you got the 12 tribes sign out there.
Yeah.
Fuck the ghetto, man.
And
Yeah.
that actually has happened because I remember Apostle.
You need to wake up. You need to go to where they really are.
Was it called them Unite?
Bro, you can
camps?
wake up.
Yeah.
Like it, bro. Go
Unity
ahead, bro.
camps, all that,
No, I was
man.
just saying unity camps, and there was actually a situation where hands was put on each other, and Apostle Tahar gave his little testimony. You know, he said it when he was young. He got into something, and they broke. You know, he got carnal, but after they had to come together and relate and come back and
Make the peace.
make peace. But he's learned from that. But the point is, when you have these reality, we call them peace, unity camps. Things potentially always things like that's gonna. There's always potential for
Yeah,
that
but
to happen.
did you see?
That's why you don't do them.
Did you see the video of the ISUPK and
Yeah.
IUIC wrestling
Yeah.
at the
What?
camp?
No.
Basically, they had a big brawl at the camp. You didn't see that?
Yeah,
They had a
I
big-
saw it.
They had a brawl at the camp, and then
Yeah, I remember.
people just getting arrested.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh,
like-
was it over a spot or
Because
something?
there
Yeah, it was over the spot.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Turned up the speaker
Wow.
was too loud and it was drowning him out.
Right.
So
They-
one guy went to put hands on another guy and the other two went on.
So they had
jumped
like
on
a
him.
mass brawl.
Yeah, bro.
And then did you see those other nutcrackers? They were like at the fucking Palestine rally. Them other,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what
yeah,
camp that was.
Wi-Fi,
And the
Wi-Fi.
dude had
Yeah,
the dude had the
Wi-Fi.
blood. See, we praising the Lord, and he's all bleeding.
Yeah, yeah,
These niggas are crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
bro,
Why? Just save yourself the hassle, find a nice corner and teach.
Look,
He probably
You do that in the blood.
Matthew
And he-
5.
yeah, go ahead. He was dripping blood. See, we warriors in this truth and all that. And you do that in the blood and all that dripping. I'm like, bro, you could have saved yourself a scarred up head. You get me? Go on, bro.
I got one. This is
See, them brothers are really, and then you had them cheerleaders on the bush. See, they're really pushing Israel, holding it on.
Push, yeah.
You know, like,
That's some
entertainment.
entertainment.
Entertainment,
That-
yeah, entertainment, man.
That's entertainment, man.
See, they're really about this Israelite thing.
Come on now, get out of
They're
here.
bleeding for this. Go on, man.
It's about edification. This is Matthew 7:6. Give
Look,
not
man,
that
our
which-
thing is let all them niggas in the ghetto come together and just all die like it, man. Yeah, go on, like.
Yeah, man.
If they don't want to get right,
true, just
let
make
all them niggas in the ghetto
Yeah.
get together, you know what I'm saying? And let them get in that pot and just
Yeah,
melt,
man.
man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. If they don't want to get right, man.
Put them on the Isle of Wight and drop a bomb on it. All them niggas at once.
Oh man. Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs.
That's right.
Neither cast ye your pearls before swine,
That's it, man.
lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you.
That's right, man. Hey, that's why where we was over there in Peckham, all right, them West
Close off.
African,
We'll close it off. Bro.
yeah, them West African Israelites didn't like the message because basically,
Anyway. Go on. No, go on. Finish off what you're saying.
yeah, because basically anyway, they love the other Jesus, man, that Apostle Paul talked about, which is Cesare Borgia. They weren't into this message, so those people, man, they've just got no hedge around them. So when all hell breaks loose, they're just gonna get slaughtered quickly. And by the way, you homos, you're gonna be taken out right quick, man. Believe that, man. All right, believe
that one out. Like,
No,
yeah,
right
yeah.
quick, man. All right, you know, spirit gonna come out of your body and zoom back up quick time, man. All right, we're waiting for that day. This is Isaiah 13 and 14. We're waiting
Close
for that.
up on this. Actually.
Yeah, we're waiting for that day where our people come together, man, and fight their real enemy. All right, Isaiah 13 and 14. It shall be as the chased roe and a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people. So you're gonna have to come home, man. All right, all you coconuts gonna have to come home. And when you come home, man, all right, go run to your master, man, and see if he saves you. He's gonna say, yeah, come in, I've got some food for you. This, that, and the other. He's gonna grab you and eat you, man. All right, when all hell breaks loose. All right, and people shall flee into their own land. That's when Jacob's trouble happens, man. All right, verse 15. Everyone found shall be thrust through, and everyone joined onto them shall fall by the sword. So all our people that are, joined with the enemy, they're going to be thrust through with a sword, man. And a modern day sword is a gun, a knife. However the Lord wants it. He can make an animal rip you apart, man. All right? Yeah, man. All right? So every man's going to turn to his own people. That's what we're waiting for, man. You two folks have a destiny, all right? But we have a greater destiny, so that's why we're staying spiritual rather than carnal, man. You know? Any other precepts? No? No? All right, close out now? All right, man. All right. We give all praises, all the glory, all the honor to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that rule well. Shalom. Yeah, we're waiting for that day, man. Yeah, our people that are out of their minds come together to fight it.